Sir.
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine. We are live now.
Yes, you may proceed. Just I want to say 1 minute. Hello, everyone. This is SM Akas Ali from Bangladesh, the founder of Global Friends Club. Today is the time to hear from all of our eminent speakers on the topic of 21st century skills development challenge in education. We are eagerly waiting to hear from our old speakers. And personally, I welcome all our directors, moderators to this speak. Welcome. Dr. Inga, you may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please take care for microphone. Please mute your microphone, please. And I need all now. Okay. Okay, my dear friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to all with great love and respect. Today is the most amazing day for us because we have the most important educators as guests. Sincerely, thanks to all of them. I'm Inga Herchilava, the organizer of this most important international webinar. Today, 16th of June, 6 continents have come together to discuss one of the most important issues, the challenges of developing 21st century skills in education. I look forward to sharing your important talks, and I'm ready to hear and learn a lot from you. Also, believe me, a lot of participants are waiting for us, and I'm sure that the recording of this webinar will also be watched by many people after the end. Global Friends Club is an educational platform that will soon become a registered organization. Yes, thanks God. Yes, it is a happy fact that we are all united together for a bright future, and we understand the importance of education. We know that education will save the world. Let's create an educated, sustainable future together. It is the duty of each of us. Today, once again, confirms the fact that we all have great power together, and it is actually possible to change the world and light the touch of education. Many thanks to your Global Friends Club founder, Mr. Akas Ali, who created this educational, friendly, and loving club. My great respect to you, Mr. Akas Ali. Thank you for everything. Many thanks to your sponsor, Mr. Raja Rao Pagdipali from India, who always supports us. God bless you, sir. We respect you, your gesture very much, and also appreciate the work you are doing for society, which is called the bright future. Thank you. A big thank you to our Global Friends Club team, of course, who worked hard for this webinar. We sincerely appreciate your hard work. Thanks God for having us. Our team members work enthusiastically day and night. Thank you for this. Again and again, a big thank you to your distinguished guests today for taking the time to share important thoughts with the world community. Many thanks to all the fans, of course, who are watching for us and writing with interest and always support us. And now it is time to declare your webinar open and give the floor to your guest of honor and also to the moderator. Dear Professor Dr. Nada Ratkovic from Croatia, we all know her amazing work. There is no limit her abilities. Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much for having us. Your support and being here will enrich our international webinar even more. So, I openly announce the webinar, which will go down in history and will be remembered for a long time by everyone as a day of sharing the most important knowledge. Okay, best wishes to all of you and congratulations again all. Thank you, dear Nada, please continue.
Thank you. Great evening, greetings from Croatia. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our worldwide audience, our Global Friends Club friend, me, Professor Nada Ratkovic. Passionate educationist has today an opportunity to moderate this amazing session. So it's really my honor. I always like to be here because Global Friends Club is like mine. Thank you, our great founders, SM Akas. Thank you, dear Dr. Inga Karchilava. Thank you, great team of Global Friends Club for this great webinar today. It will be really amazing. As our Inga said, it will go to the history because today we have so many educators. We have so many great personalities who will share their knowledge today with us on this very important topic. On this very important topic of the 21st century skills. And we know that for us educators, the skills, even we talk about hard skills, soft skills, the skills are really a challenges for us. We go through the pandemic, we go after the pandemic, we are here using this digital tools, digital platforms. And today, I want also to thanks to our great Raja Rao Pajitipali for sponsoring us, for being with us, always giving a big support for the platform. So today, I will not talk a lot. I can talk really so much. I will only say today, critical thinking, problem solving, so many examples, so many components of education, development of digital tools, inventions, innovations, entrepreneurship. So these different things, we are talking about a new century. We are talking about a new century of the education. So our famous guests, educators, speakers will today share their messages, their thoughts with us. So without wasting time, I want to call our first amazing guest, our great amazing guest. She is well known, Dr. Uche Linda Okpala. She's coming from Nigeria. She is a founder, she is a CEO of 21st DigiSkills. And yes, we are talking about the 21st century skills development challenges in education. Dear Dr. Uche, please enlighten us with your great speech. Welcome. Dr. Uche.
Thank you. Yeah, am I audible now? Can you hear me?
Yes, great. Audible and visible.
Yes. Welcome.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Standing on the order of existing protocol, could you please allow me? I would like to share my screen.
Yes, of course, Dr. Uche, we will give you. You can, yes.
Okay. I think my network, it will soon be visible. I'm so sorry.
It is coming. It is coming. So let us wait for a minute.
Oh, yeah, here it comes. Wow. I'm super excited to be here today. And I really want to appreciate the work that's been done by the founder. It's not easy to be a founder. And of course, the Dr. Nga Kashlava. I'm so happy and honored. Thank you so much for the invitation. Just like you said, Uche Lin is my name. I'm also a founder and CEO of 24 DigiScales Nigeria. So today's topic is thought-provoking one. And when we go through the trending technologies of today, we have had a lot of challenges, even people trying to migrate or navigate through the process of integrating or incorporating 21st century skills, because the world of today is changing drastically. We are living in a connected and globalized world, and without all these skills being inculcated in our diverse learners, I don't know how they're going to meet up with their global counterparts. And of course, when they leave school, they'll be able to join the global workforce. I don't really know, my network is not coming through.
Don't worry, don't worry, Dr. Uche, okay. Don't worry.
Okay, no problem. I'm so sorry about that. Since it's not coming through, I'm going to still say one or two things. Thank you so much. When it comes to the 21st century skills, what are these 21st century skills? They are sets of abilities that students need to develop, not just students, even teachers need to develop in order to succeed in this information age. Just like I said earlier on, that we are living in a connected and globalized world. So without these skills being inculcated in our diverse learners, honestly, is going to be a big problem. And one of the most pressing issues facing educators, schools, and even students today is how to prepare our diverse learners for the 21st century skills that are essential for success in a rapidly changing world. So what are these skills that we needed in this rapidly changing world? We have, just like Professor Dr. Nada mentioned, few. Entrepreneurship skill is very, very important. Critical thinking, creativities, collaborations, communications, information literacy. We also have media literacy, growth and mindset. Yes, growth mindset, citizenship, and so many more. So these skills is what is really needed for educators, for schools to try to incorporate and drive these skills among to the diverse students. Okay, so even as much as we are trying to integrate fully into the use of technologies in and outside our classrooms, we have bottlenecks or challenges of promoting these 21st century skills. And promoting these skills is essential for preparing both students and teachers for the future challenges and opportunities. However, there are some challenges that educators, both schools, policymakers are facing when trying to foster 21st century skills in schools and different level of school system. Some of these challenges include when it comes to the aligning curriculum and assessment with 21st century skills. We have many traditional curricula and assessment that are focused on content knowledge and of course factual recall, rather than on higher order thinking and problem solving skills to promote 21st century skills. We also, all these assessments need to be reversed and aligned with the desired outcome and indicators of these skills. Another one is that providing adequate resources and support for teachers and learners. Developing these 21st century skills require access to appropriate technologies, materials, and learning environments. When it comes to the rural areas, it has not been all that easy. That's why most of the challenges we are facing in the education sector, especially in underdeveloped countries. So teachers also need professional development and guidance on how to integrate these 21st century skills into their instructions and assessment practices. Learners need feedback, okay, and it will help them to develop skills and monitor their progress. Engaging stakeholders, government, and other super organizations in building partnerships, it will help in promoting 21st century skills required to share vision, commitment, various stakeholders, both our parents, anyone, community members, anyone can be a part and parcel of this design in designing, implementation, and evaluation of 21st century skills activities. They also need to collaborate and coordinate their efforts to ensure coherence and alignment across different levels or sectors of education. And when it comes to the developing the 21st century learning skills, when aligning the curriculum assessment with the 21st century learning skills framework, providing the adequate resources, it's coming up now, resources, not just resources, support for teachers and students, integrating technology and the digital tools effectively and ethically to foster a culture of innovation and make sure that the classrooms are well conducive to affect the use of technology. Diverse learners and addressing the needs of these 21st century learning skills in education. Building partnership, just like I said earlier on, is one of them. So these challenges require educators to rethink with their pedagogical practices and adopt new approaches that are relevant, meaningful, and of course, engaging with the 21st century. Okay, yeah, it has opened. Okay, what are the ways of these 21st century skills? We have ways of thinking. How do we think? Being creative and innovative as educators, as teachers. As you're hearing my voice right now, you need what we call a self-taught, self-development for you to be able to create more inclusive and equitable education among your diverse learners. So undertaking critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making is very, very necessary for educators to acquire these skills to be able to deliver in more effective ways in their classrooms. And illustrating metacognition, learning to learn, and original and meaningful thought is way of working. And when it comes to the communication, collaborative capabilities is one of the core values of 21st century learning skills. The citizenship is also part of it, both local and global citizen. I could remember vividly when I started earlier on, there's what we call the Global Learning Connection, where educators, schools around the world, we have like 4 to 5 days for we call it a Skype-a-thon, where the schools and all around the world, different continents, it's almost 72 hours connection, learning with and from each other, the students learning different cultural background, ethnic groups, and many more. Learning people's cultures, behaviors, values, norms is a part of becoming a global healthy citizenship, and knowing the norms and do's and those of the healthy citizenship. So life and career capabilities and values, of course, it will help the students to opt in for their career options, especially when they leave school, they'll be able to choose the right career to further ahead in the future. Then information and IC literacy is very, very important when learning in the digital network. We all know that the world is moving, the technology is we have new emerging technologies coming up. We teachers should should try to familiar ourselves with these new modern emerging technologies. Just like last month, we organized a program, a conference on emerging technologies, where educators or teachers are around the world share thoughts, their perspective on these emerging technologies and how it could be incorporated in our school sector. So it's very, very important for us to start thinking out of the box, for us to be able to identify real world problems, talking about our students, because it will really help them to meet up with their counterparts when they eventually leave school. So developing these skills also, I think I've already talked about this because of the time. The challenge of educators, what they are facing, culturally mixed environment. Sometimes you see educators finding it difficult to deliver their teaching and learning more effectively because of the environment. Just like where I'm situated in Nigeria, is a Muslim-dominated state, and is a mixed school and federal school as well. We have students from West, East, and South also getting their quality education, but some teachers will be finding it difficult if they are transferred to that kind of environment. They will be finding it difficult to adapt with the new environment and different dominant intelligence. Just like we all know that we have different intelligence. The students, they are all intelligent in various ways. Someone could be best in mathematics and English, but when it comes to the co-curricular activities, the person will not even perform much. That is why we have various level of intelligence. So everyone should be given equal opportunity, the same asset for them to excel in their different diverse learning process. So different learning styles, just like I said earlier on, the styles that teachers that are going to incorporate to make sure that in the teaching and learning delivery will be easily digested and assimilated by students. What styles, what method should we be using to avoid not having this quality and education that our diverse learners do deserve? So in conclusion, is that what we are doing, we should do it well. We should have what we call possess, in whatever they are doing as educators, honesty must be there, respect for one another, regardless where you come from. Of course, teamwork is very, very important. It's one of the key value of the core value of 21st century. We are team will work together to achieve a common goal, and the empowerment. Teachers really need to be empowered. Once teachers are empowered, they'll be able to empower their diverse learners. And it is very, very important that the world of the 21st century demands that learners acquire a range of skills and competencies that go beyond traditional academic subjects. However, integrating these skills into education system is not an easy task. I could remember vividly when I started incorporating the use of technology in my school. It was so difficult at initial time, but now we have fully transitioned with the use of EdTech tools in and outside the classroom. It's not going to be easy task, but we really need more to put more effort with the help of the policymakers, governments, other organizations that will help to revive the use of technology in the classroom, especially in the rural areas that are finding it difficult to use technologies. That's why 24 DigiSkills, we are bridging the gap of digital divide by integrating the 21st century learning skills. So it also requires a holistic and systemic approach that involves curriculum design, pedagogy, assessment, training teachers. It's very, very important that teachers should at a regular interval, have what we call self-development workshops, trainings to build them up with these modern threats when it comes to the technology. And policy support, of course, the government, they should try to help to revive the use of technology in the classroom for the diverse learners to possess 21st century learning skills. It requires a shift in mindset and culture that values learning outcomes over input, not just output, input, and that recognizes the diversity and complexity of learners' needs and contents. Therefore, I urge everyone as educators, stakeholders, government, policymakers, we need to work together to create a shared vision and a common framework for 21st century skills development and to implement innovative and evidence-based practices that can foster these skills in so I know my time is already up, so I'm so sorry, my network is not coming up. In my conclusion, I've already concluded we have resources here, 21st century learning design, and it calls a letter for education that will provide with clear and practical ways to develop 21st century digital technology with the diverse learners. I'm talking about the teachers. And we also have a wonderful Paroma has already provided with wonderful strategies and best practices to help education leaders, teachers to support their diverse learners. Thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful. So just like I said, if there's any question, these are my socials. You can contact me. And thank you so much for your attention.
Wow. Great. Sorry,
I've exceeded my
Great, Dr. Uche. Wonderful, Dr. Uche. Who will talk?
It's freezing up.
Yes, Dr. Uche, okay. You cannot get out. No problem. We will move it. So I want to say, who will know this better than our great Dr. Uche? Emerging trends. Dr. Uche is making so many great webinars, so many great conferences on this topic, and each one person can learn from the platforms of 21st Digi Skills. Even we talk about the ways of thinking, being creative, innovative, critical thinker, problem solver, talking about high-end technology, new technologies, ChatGPT, metaverse, artificial intelligence, all these literacies. So, Dr. Uche, keep doing a great work and please continue sharing with us. And yes, tomorrow, an amazing conference. You are all invited to join Dr. Uche and 21st Digi Skills Conference. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, dear Uche, for everything. You're really amazing educator. We are proud of you. Thank you so much. And dear Nada, yes, we congratulate here. Thank you for this.
Great. And, this is a really great.
Yes, congratulations.
Awarded to our Dr. Uche.
Yes. For Global Friends Club. Yes, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Moving from Nigeria, we are moving to Bangladesh. And from Bangladesh, we have an amazing researcher, an amazing educator. He is well known, Professor MD Shahryar Parvez. Welcome, Professor Parvez. Enlighten us today on this amazing Global Friends Club conference. Welcome.
Thank you so much, dear Professor Nada. You are just inviting me in this way. I'm a very simple person, and yes, I am so much glad that these kinds of webinar actually conducted from Global Friends Club, which is belongs to Bangladesh, and also Dr. Inga is the most important personality with this organization, and I give my salam to my dear brother Akash. I don't know he is here or not.
Yes,
Yes, today is the platform. Am I audible?
Professor Parvez, I muted all.
Yeah,
I muted all.
Okay. So thank you so much for inviting me these kinds of important webinar. I just said that Professor Nada just said me that researcher or anything. I'm a very simple person from my heart, and
Professor Parvez, we are on an international webinar of 21st Digital Century Skills. So today you are a great personality. We are talking about your professional work. So very simple person with full of knowledge.
Thank you. It's my great pleasure actually. And yes, I give my gratitude to Dr. Inga also, because this is the program actually conducted from Bangladesh also. So I don't know, my dear respected brother Akash is here or not. So I give my salam to Dr. brother Akash. If you are here, so just take my salam.
Walaikum assalam, dear brother. Thank you.
Yes, so it's really a wonderful platform. And yes, why we are today here, we are discussing one issue. What's the issue? That is the challenges. Where the challenge is the challenge on the education, and how can we solve it? Actually, we are now move forward. Now, here is the platform. I already observed that there are so many brilliant personalities are here. But Professor Khairuddin brother is here. So also Dr. Rajput sir is here. So it is a platform actually. So yes, why we are here? Actually, in a 21st century skill education, what's the challenge? Actually, if we just say that why the 21st century skill. So what are the skills? The skills actually the critical thinking. Skill actually the communication skill. It is the creativity. It is the problem solving. It is the collaboration. It is the information literacy. It is the technological skill. It's a huge skill are here. But now we are not actually here to say this thing. We are actually concerned about the challenges, because if we are just move this skill, then at first we just minimize the barrier. What's the barrier? Barrier are the challenges. So now there are lots of barriers here, lots of challenges, like lack of awareness, like lack of skills-based education, like activity-based education. It's a very important factor. Then clarity about the concern, about the planning for the higher education, like primary, tertiary, and the higher education also. Also, it's a funding issue of the higher education also. And also teacher shortage, the quality teacher is one of the challenges. And also there are surrounding many challenges, like we have the hunger, we have the poverty, we have the climate change, we have the population, we have the food challenge, we have the food security challenge. Lots of challenges are here. Now we are in 2023. So there are 20 challenges. I just analyze this. I don't know I have that much time or not, but I just say one by one, just in a simple way, that in 2023, we have the challenges in our hand for 21st century challenge in education. What are that? There are, one is access to quality education. There are a lot of education is here, but the quality education is the most important factor. For that reason, in Bangladesh, in each and every university is now just circulate the IQAC cell. So it is on the HECEP project by World Bank and UGC, actually University Grant Commission actually work on it. And I was also worked on the World Bank, and I know that these are the actually challenges. And you know, the challenge is economic limitation also the educational inequality, also the teacher shortage, also the teacher retention is another problem. You know, it is one of the challenges in this education. And also the technological change, the curriculum adaptation. There is no updated curriculum is here. So all are backdated. Now, you must know what's the curriculum and what's the syllabus. There's a difference between the curriculum and the syllabus, but most of the teachers don't know what is syllabus versus curriculum. So if we are the teacher, we are the faculty, if we give the quality education, we must ensure a perfect curriculum, activity-based curriculum, Bloom's taxonomy curriculum to our students. Then this will be better. Then, you know, there are another challenges here, the mental health access. Also, spatial emotional learning is one of the challenges. And also we have the limited resources. We have online learning opportunity, but there are some limited resources. We have no internet connection. Like in this platform, many of us follows, many of internet is one of the barrier. We can hearing each other, because this is one of the barrier for 21st century challenge education, you know. And also there is the access to technology. Distance learning is another challenge, and also funding concern. And another point is here, the political concern is here. So why we are saying that we are in a sustainable development era? So now 2023 is the cut point of sustainable development era. Now we are in 2023. So 2030 is the cutting point of the sustainable development era. Now we are already 2023. So this is the platform. I don't know if any policy maker is here. You just think it here that quality education and 21st century's challenges is a big challenge for our future child, for our future generation, because this is not an era that I just go to my class and just write on a blackboard, on a whiteboard. It is an era that we are now using the Google Classroom. We are now using the platform in our PalmTop. We are just using the thing. Whatever I just say, each and everything, if you just search on internet, it is available, because we are now in a global village. We are in a global home. So it's not a thing that I am very intelligent person. I am not an intelligent person. I am just a researcher. I just research on it that yes, these are the necessary things we need. Otherwise, it's not possible to minimizing the challenges for the 21st century's education. So I think I already say a lot of things. So, and time is already not permitted me to say more, because there are a lot of important personalities are here, and I will want to listen from him or her. So thank you so much, Professor Nada, for inviting me, and Dr. Inga, you inviting me this kinds of platform. Thank you.
Professor, what energy, Professor, yes. Amazing. Syllabus, curriculum, Bloom's taxonomy, limited resources, not accession to the internet, politics, no politics, nothing with politics. We don't want politics in our education. But, okay, let us congratulate our great Professor Chavez.
Congratulations, dear Professor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
so much. You are amazing. Thank you for this. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Once again, dear Professor, thank you. I also want to say one thing. Please be muted, Zaran Bahar. Okay. I want to say this. Our great Professor, Dr. Parvez, he's coming from Bangladesh. And also, he has an amazing platform. He has an amazing platform called Independent Perception Research Hub, organizing so many great events, conferences like the Sessions 1200 Seconds, Coffee with Estera, and so many educational events. So please follow our great Professor Chalvez. Follow him and support him because he's a really amazing educator. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Now, let us see. Did our great Dr. Queen come back? Dr. Queen, did you come back? I think no, she needs to leave, but she will come back. But let me call a great teacher from Azerbaijan, Miss Shalala Mamadi. Welcome, dear Shalala. Enlighten us today with your great speech.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Good evening. Welcome.
I'm honored to be here tonight with so great speakers, and I'm grateful for this invitation. Thank you very much. And let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
It's coming, I think.
Okay.
Yes, it is coming, but not yet. We don't see it yet. We see it now, Teacher Shalala.
Okay, so as you know, I'm an English teacher, so
please can you try
I'd
to
like
put it full screen? Full screen.
Okay, let me do it. So, and that's why I decided, okay, to talk about language learning. Okay, you don't see my screen now, yes?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, we see it.
Okay.
Not, yes,
so,
now it's good. Now it's good.
Okay, so I decided to talk about psychological strategies of learning a foreign language. So about the content of today's presentation, Krashen's theory of second language acquisition, the importance of being aware of language learning strategies, classification of strategies, strategy inventory of language learning, or SILL, and summary of the psychological survey which I conducted with my students. So, Krashen's theory, it's a very famous theory in language learning field. And this theory of second language acquisition consists of 5 hypotheses: the learning and acquisition hypothesis, the natural order hypothesis, the monitor hypothesis, the input, and the affective filter hypothesis. Let's look at each of them closely. Okay, what's wrong with it? It's okay. Let me go back.
Maybe Dr. Shalala, maybe because
Yes,
the network is
yes, I'll start
full,
to
so you cannot
share again. Mhm. Okay, may I come back a bit later because I see I have some
yes,
connection problems. Let me
you
solve
can
them
come.
first. Okay.
No problem, no problem. Let us move now. I want to call one great personality. He's with us for the first time. And yes, he can master your life. He is amazing. Arafat Chalaseri from India. And I want to say before he starts that it is coming, a biggest online interactive learning event. Master your life. Learn from the world. It is a mega event, a mega global summit. And yes, 100 speakers from 90 countries, 10 categories, and 15 days. And it will start at July 15 till August the 6th. And you are all welcome. So please, our great founder of Master Your Life and the founder and the organizer of this event, respected Arafat Chalaseri from India. Welcome.
Great. Thank you, Professor Nada, for a great introduction. And thank you, Dr.
You are
Inka.
a star. You are a star. I need to introduce you to the whole world here on the Global Friends Club. Yes.
Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Nada. And thank you, Dr. Inka Karshilava, for inviting me for this wonderful event. And I'm so honored and so excited to share this stage with the great speakers from all around the world. And regarding the topic today, the challenges in the 21st century education. So the great eminent speakers who spoke before me already shared a lot about it. So let me make it just simple. And from my learning experience and from my coaching experience, the main challenge which I believe I observe is that in this wonderful, rapid changing environment, daily, the environment is changing, the inventions, the discoveries, everything new is coming up daily. Whatever comes up today, something updated version is coming on the next day or in the next week itself. So what happens is the skills, what we need should be daily or even hourly updated. That's what we require nowadays. And people are so confused about what skill I should be updated on for my success forward in the future. So to be the basic for our kids, our students, I call myself as a process man. I believe in the process. So what I suggest for our kids, our students, our next generation people, to implement a process for their own. When we start from the end product, what we believe is we need success as end product, success and happiness. And when we take into consideration the end product as success, and when we consider the previous step, to be successful, we need to actions. And to have the actions, we should have the goals. And to have the goals, we should know where we are. Are we ready to come out of our comfort zone, or are we still in a comfort zone, or are we ready to update ourselves? And before that, where we are, we have to know ourselves. So I believe that we have to implement this process in our kids, our students, who they are, where they are right now, and what all skills they are ready to update. And in this, usually in our traditional structure, we are bothered more about IQ. But in the coming future, it's already we are focusing on EQ, emotional intelligence. And next, the more important thing is DQ, the digital quotient. That means the awareness and application of existing and emerging digital technologies. And the other quotient we have to focus on our kids and our students and for the future is the creative intelligence, the creative quotient, the ability to use the existing knowledge in a new situation and how they overcome, how they connect, how they explore, and how the potential outcomes can generate new ideas. And apart from these quotients, the very important quotient is the vision quotient. Not only focusing on the skill development, they have to focus on their vision also. That means the VQ, the vision quotient. That means the ability to predict future trends. So they will be able to forecast what skill they have to be updated on and what will be the future, and they can be ready for the future. So the main challenge, what we have is we are not ready to face the future, the skill set, the updation of skill set. So we have to be ready for that, implementing this basic process. Who we are, we have to show our kids and students and learn themselves that who they are and where they are and what they want to be. And these three quotients are very important in this, in our future, for the future. So let me make it short. These are what I observed from my learning experience and coaching experience. So let's help our kids, our students to have a great future, and let's build a brighter future. Let's do it together. And thank you all. Thank you once again for inviting me and Dr. Inka and Dr. Nada. So excited to be in this stage. And thank you all. We can do a lot together. And thank you for talking about my event, Master Your Life. There is a lot to come. So I invite you all personally. See you all there. Very happy to be here. Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear Inga, please,
yes,
can you share first the certificate? Yes.
It is a great honor for us, dear Nada. Yes, that here and that you give us your great time. Thank you so much. This is your first time with us, and we hope to continue a relationship, I think. Thank you. And this fact, it is very important for us. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Of course, congratulations for Global Friends Club team. Thank you. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
We are really very happy.
Great. Our great wonderful Arafat Chazari.
Yes.
So, talking about the IQ, DQ, CQ, VQ, who are they? Who are we? Where will we go? Where we are now? So, when we will be successful, our kids, our students, our educators, they're coming from us. We are creating them. Their IQ, we are developing a wonderful speech, a wonderful sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we hope that we will hear you very soon again. Thank you. And yes, once again, you are all invited for the big Master Your Life mega event. 100 speakers, 90 countries, 10 categories, and 50 days. And yes, I'm really honored to be a part of that mega event. So thank you so much. Moving from India to another amazing country. Yes, now we have a great professor. We have a great FCILT. Our Professor Karudin Sukmarkin is coming from Malaysia. He is a wonderful educator, adjuncted professor. Where are you, my dear friend, Professor?
I'm here. Thank you, Prof. Nada.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Okay, can I share my screen now?
Yes, Professor, you can.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is, Professor. Great. You can start.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now, 21st century skills development challenges in education. Now, the 21st century skills development has become a crucial component of education because, number one, the world is increasingly becoming complex, highly interdependent, and culturally diverse. Today, educators face complex challenges of preparing students for a dynamic and rapidly changing workforce, which requires different skills than those needed in the past centuries, okay? The challenge that education faces in developing 21st century skills is to harness the possible benefits of technology, globalization, and innovation. Some earlier speakers have already mentioned it. Now, let me move on, okay? Now, in the old VUCA, we need to give new leaders Viagra. So we live in a VUCA world, which is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. To prepare new young leaders, we need to give them Viagra, which essentially means versatile. They must be versatile, inspiring, assertive, gung-ho, resourceful, and have speed or agility. Okay, now, in the new normal after the pandemic, and not only this is a volatile, what they call uncertain world, but it has become a the new world again, vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. Okay, so in order to prepare the young leaders of the future, we need to give them vaccine, which also a little bit means like Viagra earlier on. They must be versatile, assertive, competent, collaborative, inspiring, good networking, and empowered. Their ability as a leader to empower their followers. Okay. Now, we are used to this, okay? OODA loop, okay? You observe, and then you orient, and then you decide, and then you act. So all these are the processes that we have tried to put in place to train young leaders, all right? But then there's a new view about VUCA. We used to say VUCA, this world. Now we need to look at the world from this new perspective from this guy called Jeroen Grijzenbrink. Okay, he talks about BANI. So BANI stands for, okay, brittle. Now the illusion of strength, the belief that everything will be all right is not always true. Embracing a brittle world means, okay, letting go of the illusion of strength. And then anxious, the illusion of control. Now, the more people hear and see, example, bad news, the more anxious they get because they feel they lose control. The secret, we have never been in control. Hence, the A in BANI breaks the illusion of control. Then we go to N. N is called the, what they call non-linear, or the illusion of predictability. There's no simple, straightforward route from A to B. Non-linearity has always been there, and it is a default feature of any complex system. We finally became aware of this, thereby breaking the illusion of predictability. And the last part of the BANI, the I, that is what we call the illusion of knowledge, which is incomprehensible. Now, the issue is that we thought we understood and comprehended the world. We thought we understood the world. No, we never really have. As such, BANI breaks a fourth illusion, the illusion of knowledge. So you can forget about VUCA and everything else, okay? Now it's BANI. So you need to understand and look at the world from this new concept or this new perspective. Now let me move on. Okay, 21st century skill development challenges in education again. The first challenge, okay, is the challenge of technology integration. Integration of technology into education has brought about both opportunities and challenges. Although technology can assist students in learning in new ways that are more engaging, interactive, and learner-centered, its adoption has been slow and uneven in most parts of the world. Furthermore, there is still a vast disparity in access to technology, especially in less developed countries, which limits students' ability to develop 21st century skills. Now, the second challenge is the skill acquisition. The development of this 21st century skills is not just about adding new skills to the curriculum. It involves a complete shift in the way education is delivered. One of the challenges acquiring 21st century skills is that the education system is still heavily reliant on rote learning and standardized tests, which prioritize memory over creativity. Someone already mentioned earlier on, critical thinking and problem solving. Now, effective teaching strategies require teachers to possess additional teaching methodologies. It is also necessary to review the curriculum to align it with the current expectations of the workforce. Now, the third challenge is the challenge of collaboration. Development of teamwork and collaboration skills are critical to success in the workplace. However, traditional education systems still focus on individualistic learning, which does not encourage collaborative skills development. There is a need to provide students with opportunities to work together in groups starting from elementary school. This will enable them to learn how to respect and appreciate different perspectives, communicate effectively, and build positive relationships. And the fourth and the last challenge in the 21st century skills development in education is the challenge of cultural diversity. The 21st century is characterized by cultural diversity, which provides students and educators with an opportunity to learn about different perspectives and life experiences. However, the cultural divide can also act as a barrier to the development of 21st century skills. It is crucial to provide students with an inclusive learning environment where they can appreciate different cultures and learn from them. Teachers must also be trained on how to cater to the diverse needs of students. All right. And to address all these changes, what do you need? It requires, number one, complete shift in the way education is, number one, delivered. So I put it in red. Then curriculum alignment, teacher training, promotion of teamwork and collaboration. And finally, creation of inclusive learning environment. So that's it. That's my, what you call, presentation, Prof. Nada, Dr. Inga. Yeah, I hope, you know, with that.
Wonderful, amazing, Professor Khairudeen. You talk a lot, our great Professor Khairudeen, talking about the challenges, the 21st century skills. He said the world is really increasing, becoming complex, very high. We educators today have so many challenges facing them every day. I don't know, is there any day that we really don't have a big challenge? Professor, explain us the VUCA, the volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. So, Professor, the old is coming to Viagra and then to the vaccine, to the vaccine. So, looping, observing, orienting, deciding, acting, coming really means giving an illusion to the strength, and then explaining all the challenges, the skills, the question, and etc. Professor Khairudeen, you are amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations on this.
Congratulations, Professor Khairudeen. As always, you are amazing. Wow.
Thank you,
we are
Dr.
proud
Inga.
of you. My big respect to you, you know. Thank you so
Dr. Inga Karchilava. Thank you, Prof. Nada.
And yes, tomorrow you are all also invited to a big 2 days conference on the topic Global Discussion Conclave 2023, Artificial Intelligence, a blessing or an extended threat to the humanity. Be with us, be with me, Professor Khairudeen, and with all great educators. You are all invited.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I will be there.
Yes. So now, moving from Malaysia, we are going to Belgrade. We are going to Belgrade. And yes, also for the first time, we have an amazing academician, Professor Dr. Jelena Bošković. She is a university professor, so let us give a big clap to her. Dobrodošla, Jelena.
Dear, teach me. Dobrodošla.
I cannot forget.
No, Professor Khairudeen, you need to learn that. That is, listen.
Yes. Yeah, no, I will not forget Professor Jelena Bošković, because the last session we had, she was talking about the mutation. Mutation of the species. Am I right, Professor Jelena? I like that.
And Professor Khairudeen, Professor Khairudeen, a little practice. She's not Jelena. She's Jelena.
Oh, Jelena. Sorry, Jelena Bošković. My apologies.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening. Good afternoon, my dear colleagues and dear my Professor Nada. I love you so much, Professor Inga, our old professor, scientific and colleague and friends. Education in the 21st century. I participate in project team in the preparation of model of key competition and skills for the 21st century. The new reality of the 21st century has changed to goal and quality of education worldwide. Deep understanding and acquisition of lasting knowledge is a necessary but insufficient condition for academic and personal realization. Successful socialization requires critical thinking, teamwork, resource management. Young people should not only be competent, but also consensus effective individuals who can overcome difficult and support and development education a new century, and to look for to answer the question how teacher can become really successful and the student more motivated. In the modern dynamic and ever-transforming world, where changes in the information and communication technologies are taking place and such repeat pace the term for future in now, today, and not tomorrow, is extremely important for young people and see the relevance of what they are learning. The focus and training in shift what and how the student learns become of paramount importance. The new decision and ideas of time do not include the teacher's leading and defined role in the learning process, but certainly give a more active and central role and learn and impose new approach and method of teacher. New method teacher are us. Digital skill, literacy become moderatory and information technology, an integral part of their life as a professional and pedagogical competence of the trainer. The teacher and the new century must be adaptive and constructive. Constructive improvement is a qualification seeking solution and solving problem. His or new role is facilitator, was main task development learning, skills, ability for planning, conceptualization and management of the learning process, and consulting skills in other build calm and protected education environment, sustainable development. In the new era, the most successful are those teachers who work for the personal development of their students and to make them build key social and emotional competence. The successful lecture concentration of this competence and provided practice learning process that provoke the development each a specific type skills, taking into account the challenge and the information society and the globalization of modern time. The successful teacher adapted teaching model in changing learning pattern and enrich them. It is precisely in synchrony and balance between new flexible form at learning at core, which the distance learning. I trained and mentor learning, so-called digital generation. A new approach to a teaching practice collaborated 21st century requires teachers to be willing assist to the student teacher at this regard. This model can also be sources of information, the digital technologization, literacy education, the invitation to guide teaching practice students to development their one program for digital technology literacy to meet teaching demand for the 20th century. We ask the question, do university in the 21st century all over the world educate young people as marketable product or free thinker students, young people? It is important, products and thinkers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my colleague, my friends. Thank you, all friends. Thank you, my.
We love you so much.
Yes.
My Nada. Nado, hvala. Nado, volim te mnogo. Mnogo. Thank you very much.
Hvala, hvala puno, hvala.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Professor Yelena. Can I answer your question?
Question for me, Professor.
Yeah. I think we are producing a lot of products, not thinkers.
Professor, university, our university in the world, objective, student in product, in market, no thinker.
Yes,
no
absolutely.
Time Socrates.
Yes, no
time Socrates. No time Aristotle.
Correct.
I'm
right.
Thinker.
Yes,
I'm a thinker.
I am right.
I'm a free person. I'm a free person.
So I am right in agreeing with you. We are producing products rather than thinkers.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my certificate. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Yelena. Yes.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Inga.
you very much
Thank you
for
for
your
invitation. Thank you.
And
Dr. Inga, for invitation. Thank you, my friends.
Very important words. Thank you very much for your being with us today.
I'm women in energy and dynamic. Is much work. Thank you.
Our great Yelena, great academician coming from Serbia, working on the university. Really, your students are so honored, so lucky to have you as a great professor with a great experience, with great articles, with great work. So keep doing a great work for the students, for the youth, and for this world. Thank you. And yes, next time we will invite you again because we cannot imagine this event without you, your beautiful smile, your super energy, and powerful message. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now from Serbia, we are moving to the Philippines. We are moving to the Philippines, and from the Philippines, I'm calling Dr. Joel M. Fontanilla, my great friend, educator, and amazing researcher. Welcome, Dr. Joel. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Good day, everyone from across the globe. I am Dr. Joel Fontanilla from the Philippines. I would like to commend our excellent speakers for today's international webinar. And of course, I would like to say thank you to all my friends who invited me to this very magnanimous endeavor. Well, the concept of 21st century skills isn't new. Skills like critical thinking, collaboration, and problem solving have been taught in the classroom for decades. Yet, as the demands of our changing economy rise, many schools including 21st century skills in strategic plans to better prepare students in their career and the life in the future. What is 21st century skills? As we all know, it refers to the knowledge, life skills, career skills, habits, and traits that are critically important to the student's success in today's world, particularly as students move to college, the workforce, and adult life. Generally, however, educators agree that the learning venue must weave these skills into learning experiences and common core instruction. What are the specific challenges when it comes to the 21st century skills? The student is disengaged from current classroom activities and goals. The student is thinking about other things or emotionally withdrawn from the action. The student rejects both of the official goals and the official means of achieving the goals. The challenge for school system is finding the hooks and handles that create a connection between learners and work of learning. Some have referred to this as authentic learning or learning through applied work. Therefore, the role of the ICT in the classroom in the context of 21st century skills, technology, and learning is arguably about providing access and scaffolding to learners and thereby creating educationally equitable and socially just teaching environment. We have to overcome the barriers to learning. A barrier to learning is anything that prevents learners from fully engaging in the learning. During training, most learners have to face several different barriers to learning. Think, for example, a student left their textbooks at home, or an employee who hasn't received the preparation notes for a training workshop, or a learning who cannot complete their final assessment because of distraction. Because of lack of focus. In the modern workplace, the distraction of digital technology and the demands for multitasking the most job leave little opportunity for learners to fully focus on learning. What will be the solution? Advise learners on when and how to find space to focus. Recommend setting aside a focus hour where learners can ignore their phones using Facebook or in the social media. Negative past experiences, sloppy online courses, and a history of boring schooling are all factors that can foster one of the trickiest barriers making poor past experiences. What will be the solution? Create an environment where learners can regularly and safely voice their concerns both before and during the course. Personal mindset. Whether it is due to negative past experience or low self-esteem, many adult learners simply believe that they are too old to learn new ideas. These individuals can be disengaged learners from the start of the course. And what will be the solution for this? As with addressing past experiences, make sure that the learning environment offers learners the room in constructive manner. If the resources are available, offer live support for both technical and content concern. What are some of the reasons why 21st century skills are very important in education? First, being ready for change. The pandemic was the perfect example of how not to just anticipate change, but also to be ready to act accordingly. Changes in curriculum that anchor the needs of the learners after the pandemic will give us the opportunity to reinvent or embrace the innovation. Being able to access information. The kids or the learners today need to be able to access an enormous amount of information readily available to them. This is why it is very important to be able to locate and organize this information accordingly and, of course, responsibly. Understand the importance of cooperation. Learning work well with others is a skill that the learners need to learn to be able to navigate relationships better, be it personal or professional. When children learn to cooperate with fellow students, they start understanding and considering others' opinions and perspective to take on a unique rules and achieve those shared goals. Being able to solve real-world problems. Learning to solve real-life problems is a critical skill that one needs to be successful in the 21st century. It becomes more important as children grow up and go out in the real world to pursue their goals. They need to be able to understand and resolve any conflict without having someone hold their hand through the trials and tribunals of life. Last is to build compassion and good character. 21st century skills help students build character and cultivate compassion and empathy, which are crucial as a social collaborative beings. These skills also ensures that as children grow up, they are ethical and have integrity so that they can collaborate with others and thereby create a better future. I will leave a quote from a known personality. He said, as we look ahead into the 21st century, leaders, we teachers, professors, instructors, will be those who empower others. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Joel. Thank you on your great motivating speech. You are amazing. Like always, we are really honored and grateful to have you today with us on this great Global Friends Club platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And congratulations for Global Friends Club. Your speech really very amazing and very important. Thank you, Professor Dr. Joel.
Yes, thank you once again. Now from the Philippines, we are moving again to India. We have an amazing educator, a wonderful educator, a spiritual educator with a lot of experience and knowledge. He is well-known, Dr. P.K. Rajput. Welcome, welcome, Doctor. Inspire us today.
Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the illustrious speakers which are there in the platform of GFC. And thank you, Professor Nada, for inviting me. Thank you, Inga ma'am and Akas Ali brother for inviting me. Once again, Assalamu alaikum to all my respected brothers and sisters, the Muslim brothers and sisters on this wonderful international webinar. I was listening very carefully, the beautiful nuggets which has been given by all such a wonderful personality. I would like to talk about the 3 points. Before I should talk, I still remember one of the wonderful quote, which I like to highlight it here. And it says that if you want to succeed, you should strike out on new paths. Again, I repeat, if you want to succeed, you should strike out on the new path rather than travel the worn path of accepted success. This is the change which is required. So the first thing is, what is the challenge in the education, in the class for the student? So first I will talk about the challenge part for the student, teachers, and what is the outcome and how we should be talking and changing about it. 21st century skill development has the several challenges, including the need to keep up with the rapidly evolving technology and increasing the importance of soft skills such as critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity, which not many our educators have spoken about it. But at the same time, it also involves humanity, humility, and compassion, which is somehow post-COVID it has started missing, which is very important. Not only this, educating the student in the 21st century still require the curriculum and the pedagogical changes that can be difficult to implement now because there's a complete change happening. So, and then finally, the teachers may require additional training and support to effectively teach this skill, which is very, very important. The second point is, what is the challenges in there in education in the class for the teachers? So, in education for the teachers, that includes the need to keep up with the rapid pace of technological advancement. People were talking about it. We talk about the ChatGPT 3.5 now. GPT 4 has come. Bard has come. Google is giving a lot many things are there. Grammarly Plus is coming. So a lot many things are coming and you are going to be bombarded with lot many things. But as a teacher, right, as a professor or as a principal of the school, we should be knowing, we should be adopting what are the things are required, which is going to help my student to build their further career. Teacher also need to develop and integrate 21st century skill development into their teaching practices also. So knowing is one thing and implementing is the second thing. So amalgamation of both the things are very important because it is going to ensure that students are prepared for the job through enhancing their soft skills such as creative problem solving, critical thinking, communication, collaboration. And at the same time, the teacher should be encouraging the student not to be only a job seeker. They should also be encouraging the student to be a job provider also. Because if everybody will be a job seeker, then where they will go there? And then again, the problem of the people of the unemployment is going to come. So job seeker and job provider both are very, very important. And that is the requirement of 21st century. Teacher must be able to adopt their teaching style and approaches to meet the need of diversity of diverse student population and ensure that all the students engaged and motivated to learn. It is not that all the 50 students will be thinking alike. So the different things are there. So teacher has to adopt that part. And teacher may require to additional professional development and training effectively integrate the 21st century skills which is there, which is coming up and which is the need of the hour. So what is the thing has to be adopted now? Participating by the student in the extracurricular activities, internship, vocational training, online learning programs. These are the new things are there which is going to have develop lot many things. Developing a growth mindset with somebody, some of the professionals have spoken here that instead of the fixed mindset, they should see out of the box thinking, which is very, very important about it. And students should also engage in self-directed learning and take ownership of their educational journey, seeking out resources and opportunity to develop the skills and prepare them for the job market or job providing market, which is again very important. Now, there are a few points which I like to highlight where we are missing in the courses. The first is science of humanization, because when we talk about the humanization in education, it is going to ensure that both the part of the things will be taken care. Teaching should also be a part of how to be a good citizen. That is again we are missing, because if you have that humility and compassion, we will be able to be very, very calm, quiet. Aggression will not be there, but at the same time, assertiveness will be there. What is required for a healthy community, how we are respecting the community, which is very important, because tomorrow they are going to be a good, great citizen. How to save the climate change, because you know how much we are talking about the thing, the climate change. This we have never thought about it. We have to speak on this particular subject. Embrace and adopt the technology. There are so many things are available. Again, everybody is talking about the technology, but how many people, how many students, how many teachers they have adopted it and inculcated it in the learning part? Because the learning is going to be through the virtual reality, AR, XR is the extended reality. All these things are going to come and it is going to change the entire scenario. Collaborating and the experiential learning is very important. Now there is no competition. There is a collaboration, and the collaboration is going to hit the competition, which is very important. Next point I like to highlight it here, sex education is very important, right? And especially I'm talking about the Asian countries where this part is not being taught. You have to teach the sex education to the child so that they should be respecting, and especially the places like India or other places. There are lot many other negative things are happening. When we start talking about this thing, the child will be able to grasp it and take it in a very positive way. Personal finance and financial requirements, right? That how to take care about your finance part, what you are getting it. This is missing. It has to be inculcated so that when a student is going on the clearing the 10th standard or 10th +2 or going for the graduation, he or she should be aware about it, that this is my financial requirement and this is my personal finances which has to be taken care. So hence the student need the knowledge, not information. I repeat, the student need knowledge, not only the information, which is given a lot and which is required for the coming time in the 21st century. And that's why right education, we can have the actual right to the education. I repeat my word, with the right education, we can have the actual right to the education. This is very important because education is not the learning of the facts, but the training of the mind to think. And this I have not said long back. Sir Albert Einstein has quoted this thing. So I have put it here in front of this. So thank you so much once again, Professor Nada, Inga ma'am, Akash bhai, Professor Kaidun sir, and such a wonderful educators which are here, like admission Professor Dr. Jalini, and we can see lot many great people here in front of me, because you are in this wonderful system and you know that how the change is required. And it is the right conference. We are talking about the change, which is very, very important. And we have to inculcate this thing, because to have, to ensure a child should become a good citizen of the country, any country it is, and child should talk about the things so that the change should carry on. So thank you so much for giving me for valuable time. And again, I'm blessed and so happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, respected Dr. Rajput. I really like your speech, especially you're talking about the role of the value education. That is something very important. I really like that topic. I really like to talk about that meanings of the digital citizenship. I want to say that in Europe, the Council of Europe gives a model for this, for the digital competence development with the 10 digital citizenship domains. And yes, we promise you we will come with this topic, because this is really important, talking about all the values, talking about all the attitudes to the skills, to the knowledge, and that is the critical understanding. And the other thing is that you say about that sex education, that is really very important. So not only talking about the digital education, we are following that. We are following the ChatGPT 3, 4, 5, all these modern technologies, but we need to talk about this, I can say real values when we are talking about our students, our youth, and especially, as you say, in the Asian countries, in the poorest countries, where they still don't know the meaning and where the values don't have, they don't understand what it means to educate the students. Thank you. A wonderful.
Yes, dear. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. My respect to you, sir. You are always with us, and really, this is a very important fact for us. Thank you for speech. Your speech is always inspiring, really. Thank you. And of course, congratulations.
Thank you once again. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yeah, and big gratitude from my side.
Well done.
Thank you, dear Dr. Rajput. Thank you, and you are always welcome. So from India, I'm moving to Pakistan. We have a young lady, a great young, strong lady. She is Dr. Dia Chaudhary. She's a CEO from Team Dia Global PVT Ltd. She's a president of GPPS. And yes, I want to say that our great Dr. Dia is working on the Pakistan working on the Pakistan and Kashmir Peaceful Tourism Summit 23. So she's visiting different areas of Pakistan. She's a big humanitarian and social worker. Dr. Dia, we are really proud on you. You are doing a great work. Welcome. Dr. Dia.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nada. Thank you for having me, and thank you, Dr. Inga Harchilava and panel of Global Friends Club. Good morning and good evening to all of you, most respected and inspirational personalities from all over the globe. Today, I will discuss about 21st century skills development challenges in education. 21st century skills are tools that can be universal, applied to enhance ways of thinking, learning, working, and living in the world. 21st century skills are 12 abilities that today's students need to succeed in their careers during the information age. The 12 21st century skills are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, information literacy, media literacy, technology literacy, leadership, initiative, productivity, social tasks, and social skills. These skills are intended to help students keep up with the lightning pace of today's modern markets. Each skill is unique in how it helps students, but they all have one quality in common. A growing number of business leaders, politicians, and educators are united around the idea that students need 21st century skills to be successful today. It's exciting to believe that we live in times that are so revolutionary that they demand new and different abilities. But in fact, the skills students need in the 21st century are not new. Challenges faced by 21st century students. Number one, lack of awareness. Number two, lack of skill-based education. Number three, lack of clarity about career. And number four, planning for higher education. And number five, funding for higher education. In today's world, it's more important than ever for students to be able to communicate and work with people from other cultures. 21st century learning helps students develop the global perspective they need to be successful in an increasingly connected world. My dear leaders and students, success starts with your mindset. If you believe in yourself and your abilities, you will be more likely to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. A positive growth mindset can also help you cope with stress and setbacks and motivate you to keep learning and growing. Thank you so much, Dr. Nada, and thank you, Dr. Inga, and congratulations.
My pleasure.
You are amazing. Dr. Dia, mindset, positive mindset, it really is. We need a transformation. We need a big transformation. And you are doing a great job all over, not only in your country, all over the world. So very great motivational speech. We are really honored. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, dear. She is really amazing. I love her so much. I love her job. Thank you for everything, dear. We are proud of you and we really appreciate your amazing job. Keep up the wonderful job. Congratulations. Bottom for my heart. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
Keep up shining.
Yes, and she will. She's so young. She's so strong. She's so powerful and doing a great work. She has a great future. And yes, all youth with her and all will have a big impact on the society in her country and all around the globe. Dr. Dia, amazing, awesome work. Really, really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for doing that. For all our great youth, our students around the world, helping always volunteering, bringing the humanitarian actions. That is something that each one person needs to do today, and also do that with the students and help all around where the help is necessary. Thank you. Thank you so much. From Pakistan, we are moving to United States of America. We have also a great poet, a great woman, a great, I have so many words to describe her. She's amazing, Dr. Anita C. Powell, ASE. Welcome, dear Dr. Anita. Enlighten us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Professor Nada.
And when we see you, we are full of energy, happy. So
bless you, my beautiful sister. And thank you so much, Dr. Inga, and all of you here. I'm learning so much from you. So God bless you and thank you. You know, with the 21st century skills development challenges in education, one thing that I thought about is that in this fast-paced world, in many parts of the world is very fast-paced, and with that fast-paced movement, something has diminished, and that thing that has diminished is empathy. And one of the skills that I think that we need to develop and continue to help grow in our children is that sense of empathy. And in the institution setting, in the primary, secondary, elementary, middle, and high school setting, what can help and also be a challenge is implementing the whole child approach. And that is implementing the mind, the body, the emotions, and the feelings. Because in today's world now, especially in the USA, our children are, everyone has a cell phone. Everyone are playing the games on the phone, and then you have the computer. Well, with that, what has happened now, there's like a lack in communication, or a know-how, because we're no longer communicating verbally like we used to do, because we're busy or texting on the phone, the IDK, I don't know, all of these acronyms and things like that. So we need to build that empathy. The other challenge and that I see is that the teacher and the parent, the combining of that. When I was, when my daughters were growing up, I have a set of twins, and when they were in school, it was so easy for me to make contact with the teachers. It was so easy for me to have communication with them. I could walk into the school impromptu and be able to see what my daughters were doing, to monitor, to make sure that they were behaving and to see what's going on. In today's world, though, now everything is by email. I see my daughters, both my daughters with their children, how sometimes it's difficult for them to get in contact with the teacher because of there's a barrier now, that in-person type of thing. Also, with the challenge, I feel, one, it takes a village. In our say, there's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, and the village in the educational setting is the teacher and the parent. And also with the teacher, teaching is to instruct. Well, there's also the educator. The educator is going to explain the why and the how, and building this empathy within our children. Not only are they going to be thinking of themselves, because this has also become worldly, a predominantly self-absorbed society, global, and to instill and develop empathy, the children will be able to see not only themselves as far as that perception and perspective, but they'll be able to look outside of themselves and to be able to understand the surroundings and the people around them. There's a psychologist, Dr. Dorba, that said, instilling empathy in our youth is essential. And I really believe that today, instilling empathy in our youth, as far as with the learning, the holistic child approach, understanding the whole body, mind, emotion, feeling thing, that is our 21st century challenge, especially in this world, the fast pace and the different dynamics that are going on in our global community. Thank you so much. I am Anita Capri. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Great, Dr. Anita. Great. This approach, what you introduced us with very important with the empathy, and this so different way of looking, and from the practice, as you say, with your daughter. So this is really wonderful. We need to practice so many new things. We need to think about everything. So this approach is really, really awesome and important for us also educators. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Anita.
Thank you so much, dear Anita. Dear Nada, she's also this time with us. I'm very happy. We are very happy. My big respect to you. Thank you so much. As always, you are amazing. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Respect and reverence to all of you. Bless you. Thank you.
Dr. Anita, big smile always. So
yes.
that is giving us a strength and energy. I always say, I like to see her. I like to listen you always, really. Thank you. Now I want to apologize. I will move a little from the shadow because our next speaker need to move very urgently. So we will call Anne Boss from France. Let us meet Anne Boss, a visionary founder behind Liva Academy. She's a creator of 2 groundbreaking methodologies, Liva Conscious Coaching and Miracle Breathwork Training. She's a person with a deep passion. Welcome, dear Anne Boss. Enlighten us with your speech.
Thank you so much for accepting to put my speech. I just have another speech in 10 minutes, but I would love to be with you and share. And so thank you so much for this invitation, the Global Conference, for this topic. Today, I want to share with you a powerful story because I love story that brings awareness to the critical need for conscious and authentic leaders in education. Imagine a world where education goes beyond textbooks and standardized tests. Picture a passionate educator named Emma, who recognizes the limitations of traditional teaching methods and feels a deep calling to create a more meaningful and impactful learning experience for our students. Emma embarks on a journey of self-reflections and exploration. She attends workshops, engages in conversations with fellow educators, and delves into research on innovative teaching practices. During this transformative process, Emma discovers the immense potential of cultivating 21st century skills in our students. Skills such as critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and adaptability. Inspired by her new understanding, Emma sets out to create a classroom that fosters these skills. She incorporates project-based learning, encourages students to explore their passions, and provides opportunities for collaboration and problem solving. Emma becomes a facilitator of knowledge rather than a mere provider of information. As a result, Emma's classroom becomes a vibrant hub of curiosity and growth. Her students become active participants in their own education, eagerly tackling challenges and developing the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century. Emma's approach not only ignites a love for learning, but also nurtures students' confidence and empowers them to embrace their unique strengths. Word spreads about Emma's innovative teaching methods, and soon other educators start taking notice. They witness the transformation happening in Emma's classroom and realize the need for change and their own teaching practices. Together, they create a network of educators committed to cultivating 21st century skills. Emma's stories represent the challenges and the opportunities we face in developing these skills in education. It highlights the need for conscious and authentic leaders who are willing to challenge to the status quo, embrace innovation, and put the needs of students first. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, I think that it's crucial that we equip our students with the skills they need to succeed. We must reimagine education as a dynamic and transformative experience that fosters critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and adaptability. To achieve this, we need visionary leaders as you, like Emma, who are willing to step up and drive change. Leaders who believe in the potential of every student and are committed to creating inclusive and empowering learning environments. I invite you and all of you to become conscious and authentic leaders in education, and I know that you are. Let us bridge the gap between traditional teaching methods and the demands on the 21st century. Let us inspire and empower our students to become resilient, creative, and adaptable. By investing the development on 21st century skills, we not only prepare our students for success, but also contribute to a brighter future, a future driven by empowered individuals who possess the skills to make a lasting impact. So let us come together and take action. Thank you for attention, for your listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Dear Nada, she also first time with us.
Yes, she's a great storyteller. She brings a story with a big message. Thank you, Darren. Thank you for sharing with us. Wonderful.
And
thank you.
Congratulations, dear. Congratulations. And thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to be here present. Thank you. And thank you so much for the certificate. I really appreciate share this story because the story is very important and very inspiring for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, really amazing story. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you.
Now from France, we are coming back. We are coming back to India. We have our great Dr. Erki Das. We want first to welcome you and to thank you for publishing in your newspaper our great event, our great conference. Let us give a big clap to our great Dr. Erki Das. Thank you. You are welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening, one and all. I'm very grateful to the president of Global Friends Club, Akash, as well as Dr. Inga. As all my fellow speaker panelists has said and given suggestion about 21st century skills. So I think there is very few that I have to discuss with you. I would like to say something about, the importance of 21st century skills. That is really a trend for everyone globally. And we should achieve together the main concept behind 21st century skills. See, today I want to share the importance of 21st century skills. You might be knowing the bar used to be high school graduation. The bar for today's students, now college career. And real world success. Let's take a look at why 21st century skills matter, why it matters. Let's know. See, for me, as per my perception, I believe that higher education and business leader, they have to create a skill as being the most important driver of success in higher level courses and the workplace, which is indeed very necessary. My friends, in today's world, our schools are preparing students for jobs that might not yet exist. Trust me, that might not yet exist. Career readiness, career readiness means what? Equipping students with some set of skills that can prepare them for the unknown. Practical concept is missing still in many schools. Still, for example, let me just put in one example. Let's talk about maths in trigonometry. There is a formula. Students are still don't know how to use this formula into practical life. This is missing. That skill should be taught in every school. The formula that they are learning in the classroom should be applied in real life. And how it should be applied in real life, it is the duty of our teachers, educators, to teach the students in the best possible way. Now, today we have social media. And when I say social media, it means everything. Social media has changed human interaction and created new challenges in navigating social situations. Now, just real-time talk. Within a fraction of a second, we can discuss and, be in a win-win situation through conversation. So we should also give more stress to social media regarding students to know about the skills. As we all know, we are on the age of the internet. And when I say internet, technology has dramatically increased access to knowledge. Students need to learn how to process and analyze large amounts of information. Contain knowledge from core subjects can only go so far. Students need to be taught how to apply facts and ideas towards complex problems. There are still many important things that 21st century skills should include. And I believe that it is the collaboration of knowledge from various parts of the country. As of now, you might be knowing everybody, they are into social media, making reels. They are making, short videos. They are making this and that. But ultimately what? These are spreading knowledge. These are spreading knowledge to every people in the world. And I should say that once we give us skills, whatever the skills that is needed for education, once we give that skills to every people in the world, that means you are doing the good deeds. You are doing the good deeds and your name will be highly regarded. Because of that person, because of Mr. Akash, who has started the Global Friends Club, has changed the entire scenario. Today, he is conducting international webinar through which many peoples in many parts of the countries get an idea about 21st century skills. As all my friends have said so many things about 21st century skills, I don't have any words. But one thing, before I conclude, I just want to say hats off to Global Friends Club, President Akash, Dr. Minga and Nada. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I wish you everyone nothing less than success. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Thank you. Respected Dr. Qasim, great. We want to thank you for your great work for doing for Global Friend Clubs, for the whole world, for education, for everything. Your newspaper, your journal, your organization is really outstanding. And we are also proud on our great SM Akash, the founder of the Global Friends Club, because he make us here to be all together on this great platform. Thank you, SM Akash, very much for the great work you are doing.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor, for everything. You always support us. Thank you so much. And of course, your speech is very inspiring. Thanks a lot.
Once again,
congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Congratulations. My big respect to you, sir. Thank you so much.
And now we are moving to Indonesia. We are moving to Indonesia. We have an amazing entrepreneur, a certified NLP master practitioner, therapist, life coach trainer, a founder and CEO of Bliss Education Center. She is well known, Herdiana Devi Nurfika. Great Herdiana will motivate us, inspire us today, because we really need to think about our well-being. And today, I'm sure, dear Herdiana, you will motivate us again, like always. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, my dear Professor Nada, for the lovely introduction. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all respected speakers and participants. First of all, my deepest gratitude to the organizer, GFC, Mr. Akas, for organizing this webinar. And thank you, Dr. Inga, for the invitation. And yeah, I have joined since the beginning, and our all amazing speakers have shared fruitful knowledge. And it's actually 1 a.m. in here, but I'm fully awake because the great vibes with like-minded people here. So I hope all of our participants also feel it. So yes, today we all here to address one of the most pressing challenges we face in education, which is the development of 21st century skill. So in this era of rapid technological advancement and globalization, our education system must adapt to prepare students for the demands of the modern world. So we must equip them with the necessary tools and abilities to navigate and complex, ever-changing landscape, like the other speakers already have mentioned about it. So in the 21st century, it has brought about unprecedented challenges and opportunities. So we have witnessed the rise of automation, artificial intelligence, and digital connectivity that have revolutionized industry and transformed the way we work and even the way we live. So it also changed the way we study as well, or the way we develop ourselves in daily to really to a modern era. So to thrive in this new paradigm, students need to cultivate a set of skills that go beyond traditional academic knowledge. And I think the most crucial and demanding challenge we face is ensuring that our education system prioritizes the development of 21st century skills itself. Like the other speakers have mentioned before, the skills that encompass a wide range of abilities such as critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, digital literacy, and adaptability. So these kind of things are really essential for students to become lifelong learners and to succeed in the workforce and the future as well. So why actually critical thinking in the first place? Like many people have mentioned it, because it's paramount in an age where information is abundant, but not always reliable. So students must learn to evaluate and analyze information critically, like discerning fact from fiction and making informed decisions. So by nurturing their critical thinking skills, we empower them to become active, engaged citizens as well, who contribute positively to society. Because yeah, again, we live in digital age. We know that so many news we can read even on posts on social media, and sometimes we might don't know, or sometimes we are in doubt whether it's true or not. And this kind of skill, it's really important to filter what we are going to see, because no matter what, as students or as educators, we have to filter what we see daily, what we consume, because when we talk about consuming a healthy things for ourselves, it's not only about the foods that we take in daily basis, but also about what we see in the news, what we hear, and what kind of the environment that we are trying to be in. So second is creativity, because it's indispensable skill for innovation and problem solving. As the world becomes increasingly complex and even chaos, we need individuals who can think outside of the box. So we need to challenge the status quo, like we working in the gender inequality and many other complex things as well. So we need that creativity to come up with imaginative solution to the challenges we face, and fostering creativity allows students as well to unleash their potential and harness their unique talents. And next, of course, we also need collaboration, like the other speakers have mentioned about it, because the collaboration itself, it's the key in a globally interconnected world, because the ability to work effectively in teams across cultural boundaries and with diverse perspectives is really essential to make students learn how to communicate, cooperate, and compromise to achieve common goals. So by nurturing collaborative skills, we can promote empathy, understanding, and harmony among individuals and communities. Like Dr. Anita already mentioned about it before, that we need empathy as well, because when we want to be creative in this digital era, but we don't have empathy, then no matter how far, or maybe no matter how high your IQ is, if you don't have that empathy, you're not going to get far. But we are in this world, we want to get very far because so many things happen. So we need also to bring that empathy in our way to make it balanced. And furthermore, in the era which is dominated by digital technologies, I think the digital literacy is no longer optional, but imperative. So students must develop the ability to navigate, evaluate, and utilize digital tools effectively and ethically. So they need to be discerning consumers of digital content and responsible creators in the online space. And I think digital literacy empowers students to leverage technology as a tool for learning, innovation, and positive social change. We have to navigate it into a positive manner because it's really going to be beneficial much for the students. And the last one is adaptability. Because it's really critical skill in this 21st century. As I have mentioned before, the world is evolving at unprecedented pace, and students must be equipped with the ability to embrace change, learn new skill, and adapt to different contexts. Because nowadays we have to motivate ourselves and our students, even in a wider place, to develop a growth mindset. We have to accept the current technology, the current knowledge, because if we don't try to be adaptive in this era, then we are going to get left behind. So by fostering adaptability, we prepare students to thrive in a dynamic and uncertain future, where resilience and flexibility are paramount as well. We also need to teach the students that we have so many colors in this world. There's not only black and white. That's why adaptability is really important. If you have a plan, if you want to make an innovation and your A or B plan were not going well, you still have C, D, E. And if your result is black and white, there will still be blue, pink, purple, and other colors. And we need to teach the students as well how to be resilient in any challenges that they have faced in their lives. So addressing the challenge of developing 21st century skills require a comprehensive approach enforcing policymakers, educators, and parents as well. And I think it calls for a shift in educational paradigms where emphasis is placed not only on content knowledge, but also on the development of these essential skills, because it requires a curriculum that integrates real-world challenges, project-based learning, and opportunities for creativity and also collaboration. And I do really think as well that professional development programs for teachers should be prioritized to equip them with the knowledge and skill necessary to foster these 21st century abilities effectively. Because how could you teach the student if you don't have that specific skills, right? And partnership with the private sector and communities organization is also really important because it can provide valuable resources and expertise to enhance students' learning experiences. That's why I'm really grateful to have a platform like GFC here where we are sharing and learning. Like Professor Nada often said, we learn, unlearn, and relearn together. Because partnership between schools, businesses, or even the community are instrumental in bridging the gap between education and the real world. Sometimes the textbook and the news that we have seen in the TV is completely different. So by establishing mentorship program, internship, and apprenticeship, students can really gain firsthand experience and exposure to various industries and professions. So I think this partnership also can provide valuable insight into the skills and competencies required in the job market, because you are not going to study maybe for many years, but actually your skills is not really matched in the job market because it's going to be useless at the end, right? So as we navigate the 21st century, we must not overlook the importance of cultural competency and global awareness, because our world is becoming increasingly interconnected, and students must develop an understanding, appreciation of a diverse culture, perspective, and global challenges, because when we can cultivate empathy, tolerance, and a sense of shared responsibility for creating a more inclusive and equitable society, I think it can make the students become more human and can bring more colors in this world. So to conclude my speech, I think the development of 21st century skill is the most crucial and demanding challenge in education today, specifically by prioritizing critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, digital literacy, and adaptability, and of course the cultural competency. We can equip our students with the tools they need to succeed in ever-evolving world. So let's join our hands for us as educators, policymakers, parents, and communities to transform education, ensuring that it becomes a catalyst for empowering the next generation of innovators, problem solvers, and leaders. Because together we can shape a future where the potential of every individual is unleashed, where our collective aspiration for a better world are realized. Thank you so much for listening. I'm giving back to you, Professor Nada. Thank you.
You are amazing. You are amazing, Herdiana. You now highlight all the things that we mentioned from the beginning, giving your thoughts, your vision, and yes, you make it great. You are making that great. You're encouraging the students. You are giving them so many advices, and yes, making the competitions, involving the students doing that. So you make a lot. You make a lot for this. For these changes that need to be made by us and all, not only us, with the politicians, with the all stakeholders. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your great speech. And always you motivate us, you give us many things to think and many things to, again, talk about and to make it crystallize in our heads. Thank you. And congratulations. Yes. Congratulations, a beautiful certificate awarded to you.
Thank you so much. Certificate, beautiful lady. And I don't know what to say. Thank you very much for your interesting speech about this very necessary and relevant topic, really. Thank you so much, dear. You are really amazing. You are brilliant.
Thank you so much, Dr. Inga.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, and when we see our Herdiana and her big blue eyes, you see, we see we see a hope always. So giving us a new hope. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear.
Now from Malaysia, let us move again to United States of America. Let us move. We have a wonderful lady, a wonderful Madame Jane Rapstad, an entertainment speaker and comedian, Jane Rapstad. She is here. She educated from the organizational communication, extended major in the theater communications from the USA. Welcome, welcome, dear Madame Jane, and enlighten us with your great speech today.
Oh, thank you.
And you are most welcome for the first time here at the Global Friends Club. We are friends. We accept you with our whole hands and heart. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here. This has been a fascinating meeting for me so far. I just appreciate all of the speakers and what they have to say. Thank you so much. And I'd like to also mention that in addition to my performance career, I'm also an entrepreneur and a former adjunct lecturer at Purdue University Northwest, which is in the state of Indiana. And for those of you who don't know, Purdue is one of the largest university systems in the state of Indiana and part of the Midwest region. And you'll hear a little bit more about them as we go along here. But through my work at Purdue and in my private speaker coaching business, I found that there was a need for training in speaker rehearsal methodology. And as a result, I developed a computer application, which is called the Speech Genie Rehearsal Methodology. And the computer app will launch later this month. But I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to share my research, which led to the development of the app. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share my screen now. I'm gonna go here.
You can share, no problem.
Okay.
We are waiting and we want to see it. Yes.
Can you see it now?
Great, yes.
I want to.
But can you put a full screen if you can?
Yes, I'm trying to get that place where it says.
From beginning, you were there from beginning. Yes.
Can you
great.
See it?
Yes, great.
I have registered already the service mark in the United States Patent and Trademark Office for the Speech Genie program, which includes other services that I provide that have to do with teaching, speaking, pitch coaching, and other kinds of seminar presentations. But I'm going to talk about a really problem really close to my heart that I learned when I started teaching students at university level. So many of them had never had any speech experience at all. And so that was distressing as I found out they had so much fear. The number one soft skill set required by the US industry across the board is effective communication skills. Everyone wants to hire staff that can communicate well with their clients and with their coworkers so they can function effectively within the corporate team. And although communication skills are sought by industry, they are not always taught in schools. Only 15% of high school students receive speech training. Most university students take only one speech class during their four-year curriculum. And we are not adequately preparing people for today's workplace of face-to-face and on-camera virtual communication. As a result, 77% of American workers confess to suffering from speech anxiety. This anxiety causes a lack of confidence, which can undermine or retard career development in all career paths. For those workers, the pain is real. I began my research trying to determine the issues that led to lack of speaker training for our students. I conducted face-to-face surveys with a wide variety of student segments to gather information and facts to understand the attitudes and preferences they had in learning. I became involved in a customer discovery program taught by Mont Handley, who is the entrepreneur in residence and associate director of the Purdue University Commercialization and Manufacturing Excellence Center. This is for over a period of 6 weeks. I interviewed middle school students as young as 12, high school students, college students, graduate students, as well as adult learners, and the results were unanimous. All of the interviewees stated that they needed and wanted more speaker training by professionals. They all stated that they wanted the training to be via computer application that was accessible by their laptops and tablets. They said, no books, please. We don't need any more books, which surprised me because I'm a book person. All of the subjects in the studies stated that they wanted the computer apps supported by short, and they emphasized short teaching videos. This research was invaluable to me. Already I was ideating a symbol-based computer application. I didn't have any plans at that time to create teaching videos to support the app. Frankly, I didn't have the budget for a videographer. However, after I analyzed my research findings, I applied for and received a matching grant from the Indiana Technological Assistance Program to produce 8 teaching videos to support the app I was developing. Those videos are now on my YouTube channel for anyone to view, and you are welcome to them. The computer application was built by Purdue University Northwest students under the director of Dr. Dr. George Stefanik, PhD Associate Professor in the Computer Information Technology and Graphics Department. And I was really fortunate to have a very skilled and astute student team leader for my project named Brian Piper. They built the app for me, and like all things, it took a little time to get it to market. My computer application is symbol-based. In today's world of emojis, icons, logos, and ideograms, cue markers seemed like the logical method to annotate delivery choices in the speaker's scripts. The responses from my control group supported that notion. The interviewees all stated their preference was for emojis and representative symbols for cue markers. What my app is designed to do is to help build confidence in the student, whether they are a traditional age student or an adult learner. Because my theory is the more we rehearse our presentations, the more confidence we build when we go to present our presentations. And this confidence is noticed by peers and superiors and helps lead to success. Now, this is how it works. The user will type in or paste in their speeches in the editing bay on the app, and as the speakers rehearse their speeches, they will make decisions about how they want to bring their words to life. Those decisions, such as underlying attitudes, pace, pauses, emphasis, smiles, crossing to the right or left while speaking, etc., will be annotated by cue marker symbols. The symbols mark the speaker's delivery choices in the script text. The speakers then rehearse their verbal and nonverbal choices together with their text until they are a seamless part of the speech presentations. Remember, whether the speaker is speaking to an audience of one or many, it's all public speaking. Whether it's verbal instructions to subordinates, comments to committee members, an oral report to supervisors, or a formal presentation to the top brass, it is all public speaking. A successful speech presentation is comprised of two key elements, content and delivery. When speakers plan and practice their speeches, they are planting the seeds of success. A rehearsal methodology helps build structure in the presentation and confidence in the speaker. If we assume that our job as educators is to help prepare young people and adult learners who are already in the workforce create successful careers for themselves, then more must be done to assist learners of all ages to develop more effective communication skills. My hope and my goal is that my speech genie rehearsal methodology computer application can be used to assist people refine their speaking skills so that they can get better jobs, earn more money to support their families, and live more and better satisfying lives. I want to help people write, rehearse, speak, and succeed. Thank you very much for inviting me to share my research and findings with you at this forum.
Wow. A big clap, a big clap to our great Janie for this amazing work, amazing research. What to say? I was also thinking about this when you show us these apps and finding a style for the speak, because here they are not, we are educators, we are not, I'm also not a coach for this. Even I have a subject called business communication, but we really need to find this way, we need to practice, we need to be, I can say for us, all of us need this trainings. All of us need to trainings because, as you say, if we practice our speak, we will plant the seeds. So that will bring us a success. And using this app, using these speeches from your speech, Jenny, I really think that it will help us a lot to us to all improve our speech, our skills for the speeches. Thank you so much, and really honored to to know you, to have you, because we need really a lot of advices for that. We are not educated for that, for be a great, I can say great speaker. We are trying to do our best because also English is not our native language. So great, Madame Jenny, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and congratulations.
Dear. You are great. Great, Madam, for your say. Thank you so much. Big respect to you. We are really very happy. Dear Nada, also, dear Madam, first time with us, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, amazing presentation.
Yes. And I'm really sure that our Jean will show us once and maybe make a exercise with us, help us a little to improve our skills. Please, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I would be delighted to share what I can with you. I work with people of all ages because I also lead a pitch workshop over at Purdue where entrepreneurs are learning how to sell their products to potential investors. So I really feel the best way to get your point across is to practice the whole fundamental theory of my program.
Yes, we know that. We know that we need to practice, but we need to learn from an expert like
Please
you.
check out my videos. They're very short because the students said short. So I've got 8 videos on YouTube, and please check them out and share them with your students if you would like.
Yes, really like me to listen and to share with my students. I think all of us here today will go through that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now from USA, let us move to Argentina. Also, my dear Faiza, my apologize, but Madame Maria Almondo needs to go. So we are calling her from Argentina. Miss Marie, are you here with us still?
Yes, hello, how are you? Thank you for calling me.
I'm
Can
sorry.
I share my screen?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Great.
Can you all see it? Okay. Good.
Yes.
I want to thank Global Friends Club for the invitation. I'm really proud to be here and sharing perspectives and ideas with so many enlightening speakers. And I'm really honored to be part of this group of educators. My talk will be on preparing future-ready citizens. And this is a great challenge for the 21st century skills development, in my opinion. The word of the 21st century is really bringing about challenges to people that are living longer. And that means that we need to go learning for more time on our own, because there is also scientific and technological development that forces our learning. And the fact that we can communicate globally is positive because we get all the findings shared among all of us. But at the same time, it is demanding because we need to keep the pace of this developing world. Besides this, there is a threat, or at least people feel that it's a threat, that is the possibility of artificial intelligence overtaking the positions and jobs that human beings have at the moment. Nevertheless, I'm a positive thinker, and I don't believe that is the case. It is possible that artificial intelligence will overtake certain traditional jobs, but new jobs will appear. And that is why we need to prepare our students to develop more skills. And the education we are going to apply in order to be effective needs to pass 2 tests. How well students can apply what they learn in situations beyond the bounds of their formal education experience, and how well prepared they are to continue learning and solving problems throughout the rest of their lives. They need to be long life learners, in fact. We need to educate future-ready citizens, who will not only have academic knowledge, training, and credentials, but who will need to develop social and emotional skills. And I want to emphasize here these skills, because they are the ones who which make a difference, considering that the humanization of jobs is what is going to keep us working in spite of artificial intelligence becoming part of the world we share. That is why what we teach is important, but not as important as how we teach. Contents are easily accessible by means of artificial intelligence or the internet, but how we approach it and how we evaluate reliability of the information we get depends on how we are trained to deal with all this information. So students should get emotional development to keep humanization, digital literacy, and discipline knowledge, which are going to be evident in collaboration, communication, critical thinking, creative thinking, learning to learn, and social responsibility skills. And in order to do so, we need to approach the teaching in a way that boosts students' engagement by means of implementing student-centered lessons to ensure that what they are learning sticks, by providing them memorable learning experiences and avoiding teaching to the test, because if students learn to the test, once they pass the exam, they forget what they have learned. We need to provide challenges to be met through discovery so as to enable students to develop agency. Since they are going to take risks, we need to give them fair, continuous feedback. And I would say not only fair, but also encouraging feedback, because they are likely to make mistakes, but they should feel them as steps towards success. We are going to develop authentic and purposeful learning situations so that students can apply their experience and experience what they learn, present problems which really matter to them, because in that way they will be better involved, and enhance summative and qualitative self-assessment, because in that way we are going to prepare them to go on learning all throughout their lives. They will become long life learners. Well, thank you very much. This is everything I wanted to share with you because of constraint of time. Yes?
Thank you. Thank you, great Professor Maria. Thank you for your great presentation and speech. As you said, artificial intelligence, but yes, it will not replace us. We will not give the artificial intelligence to replace us. So thank you very much, and heartiest congratulations.
Yes, dear Nada, you remember, my dear Professor Maria, we were still together in Global Trainer Academy.
Yes.
And looking
Yes.
for future education. Now, your dear Maria Maldonado
Yes,
is
here,
always with us.
here,
And
our
yes,
great founder, SM Akas, our great Dr. Inga, me, Maria, we are all here from the Global Trainer Academy. And yes, I want to remember, I want to say that we had a great founder from the Global Trainer Academy. So let us pray for him, for giving us the platform and for giving all this amazing friends. And now I can say that we really continue with the Global Friends Club because that was their imams, it was his mission, and our great SM Akas continue with this mission and bringing the vision. Thank you.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
Delighted to meet you over and over again. I hope we'll go on working together. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye. And don't cry, Argentina. We are with you.
Great.
So now let us go to Bangladesh. We have a beautiful lady, a very beautiful and smart lady with us. She is well-known, Faiza Pradhan Mejabin. Welcome there, Faiza. Enlighten us with your great speech.
Thank you very much for having me. To thank you, Dr. Inga and dear Professor Nada and all these eminent speakers. Greetings from Bangladesh. All right, so all the other speakers already enlightened to this topic. So I'll just get to straight on few points to highlight from our part. And I would like to thank that Global Friends Club as well for organizing such wonderful conference with all the global leaders and amazing speakers.
And we want to also welcome you for the first time with us, great Faiza. Welcome again. Today we have so many new, I can say our great friends, but they are for first time here on this Global Friends Club stage, and you are most welcome.
Thank you very much. So I'll get to the point of today's 21st century skills. As we already know about that critical thinking, communication skills, creativity, problem solving, perseverance, collaboration, information literacy, technology, global awareness, media literacy, self-direction, social skills, literacy skills, civic literacy is very important. I would like to emphasize on that a little bit. And social responsibility with empathy and being more understanding to one another, and thinking skills. When we are talking about thinking, I think critical and deep thinking is really important. Earlier, they are now already enlightened on that. So that is also very important area to focus on, especially for students. And the age of today's internet world, the way it's increased access to knowledge, and students really need vast amount of information and knowledge to grab in their own way. But the thing is how they can actually cope up with all these things. According to the current survey of my research and all the other global experts, professors, what it shows is the most common challenges faced by 21st century students are now: challenge 1 is lack of awareness. Challenge 2, lack of skill-based education, lack of clarity about career, planning for higher education, and the funding. And awareness is very important. When you talk about that awareness, it's basically comes from self-development skills and that journey where you develop all this personal growth. And I think this is very important to inject in our education system so that all these students can prepare from the ground. So the barriers in acquiring 21st century skills, however, despite training in Instructional practice can be impacted by various cost and personal views to teachers, economic constraints, access to resource, social challenges, pandemic, overwhelming pace of global shifts, which we all are facing with SDG and other world issues. So I would like to say that concept of multiple perspective, technical, organizational, and personal, and to assess them. I think it's very important to inject right now. So the bigger challenge facing education today is access to quality education. So where we can focus and create a format and clear guidelines so that no students miss out that information to adapt or to act on that. And the other biggest problems facing the world in the 21st century today is global issues related to population growth and the movement of people, energy use, environmental impact, the spread of disease and hunger, and the control of other political and social issues all nationwide. So this is also going to affect all these students for this current moment. Such unstable environment and news are floating everywhere in the news throughout the world. These are causing some deep untold wounds into the youth's mind. That's what I feel. I think in my observation, that's what I feel. So these are, I think, mental development environment has to be much more beautiful and organizing from home to our environment where we are raising kids or empowering all our youths towards much more greater growth for the future. So environment has to be much more stable where we all need to emphasize on. And all the other factors out of that, there are 5 major factors which are affecting learning in this 21st century. One is like the impact of culture. The research involved in writing how people learn will uncover the importance of the cultural values placed in the classroom or into the educational environment, much more supportive impact where they can, get to know and get to reach to the empathy that other eminent speakers also address. So that's how we can encourage them during providing any learners or any educational organization. And learning is a dynamic, so it has to always provide more than one dimension. It is very important. So whatever we are learning, it's based on us, the life. So if you think about life, you focus on your life, you just go for the anatomy of yourself, your personal development. So you're gonna see everything is within you, including to life, work, the universe, the science, the theology, the religious belief, and everything, spiritual wisdom. It comes from within us. All we need to knock the door, open the door, and help one another and all of them. And motivation to learn, it is very important. So I think this kind of organization and inviting all the amazing people and coming together in one table and talking and sharing the perspective could help all the learners and listeners and viewers who's gonna see this show. This is another important part through technology and media, social media, I would advise. And mental models and learning strategies also need to be injected to keep up with that 21st century education systems development. So this advantage of 21st century skills, few are there, which I think students lost the opportunity to master the fundamentals of any subject. Earlier, the other speaker also mentioned, people are so quick, so fast. They are like going to in short form. So actually, we don't have that like calmness to give it some time, to take pause and put our mind into that and go for the other aspects of it. So it's required more than one aspect to understand much more profoundly. Students lose the ability to practice their critical thinking due to all these reasons, I guess, which is very important for core growth. as we are talking about all this address and pointing all these issues, it's all about the growth. So growth has to be growing. We cannot encourage all this, and we should voice out the right form. Schools become distracted by trying to keep up with the latest fads. That is also true. If we see, and schools are much more focused on to become a brand or to be branded, but we need to understand that when we're talking about education and its limitations, we need to think about everyone globally. You cannot think only one country or two countries. We have to understand how many people or the youth is out there into the global, and the same quality and same updated education should be provided for everyone despite of financial limitations. So how we can overcome this, I think all social and country-wise nation leaders should come to a point. That's why I always would like to emphasize on educating the mind along with, and another point I would like to address here that in 21st century education, in plain way, if I say, education is one that responds to the economical, technological, and socialist shift that are happening at an everywhere right now, and we all witness that. It is an education that sets children up to succeed in a world where more than half of the jobs at the career field they will have over their career don't even exist yet. So that is another point here. We need to keep it in our mind, because it is I don't have a control, you don't have a control, no one have this control, because after 5 years, 10 years, you don't know what is gonna happen, how the artificial intelligence and tech and science is gonna evolve, and what kind of level of advantage we'll achieve. So therefore, I think gaining knowledge and emphasizing on educating the mind is very important, along with the formal education, to develop more vast, resourceful mindset and bringing that self-awareness and understanding. Then knowing, I think knowing 1,000 things is good, but it's much more better than having or developing understanding mindset. So the only reason, because we still don't know how the system and tech, artificial intelligence and other things gonna evolve in the world. So if we can encourage youth in education to be more proactive, to gain knowledge and putting their own mind to rethink, evaluate, and figure out resolution, solving issues, analysis, assess information, these are gonna develop their mindset. They will prepare for anything new and brand new, anything. So in that way, we can prepare all our youths to be adaptable and to be absorbent. So when I said to be an absorbent and having open-minded, it's like you learn and you undo yourself. Don't stick into that. So that's how, back in your mind, your subconscious will store all this capacity and abilities, information that you have taught yourself. And in time, the subconscious is gonna resource and source it for you into the new situation and the different circumstances. So where you are not gonna panic or you will not be a frustrated person. So this is important, having a peaceful mind and confident mind for any newness to cope up with. I personally would advise how can we improve the 21st century skills for educators and learners to focus on. Communication, creativity, critical thinking, and deep thinking. Collaboration are prime to build that foundation which we all are marching globally, but it has to be much more to reach everyone. Let our students to lead the learning. So whatever they are learning, we have to provide some sort of a structure or framework where they will lead it right away, So I think now everything are online or on computer, but if you study the spiritual wisdom and scientific neuroscience even, our body also play a vital part for, you know, giving our mindset and mind to explore and to open and much more active. So I think using that old methods and that modern methods and going for the database and study breakdown at least the last 100 years, it will give us a different kind of view that how we human have been evolved till today and the speed of that. So timing is very important. So that's how I think we can cover up all these issues and encouraging creativity, develop critical thinking, already I mentioned, and encouraging diverse knowledge, information, communication, and encouraging and introduce them to emotional intelligence, empathy. It's very important. So spiritual wisdom, I would suggest for people to encourage from all the organization, whether it's formal or skill development. It's very important because once you are cool within yourself, you have a stable mindset, you can achieve anything, you can learn anything new. It isn't going to be frustrated. That should be our focus right now. So for this current moment, the most important point I would like to say that education, according to my analysis, that decide what needs to be solved. That should be our prime focus. Discover, gather knowledge, and research the problem. It is very important. Dream. Think about the possible ways the problem can be solved. So when I talk about dream, it's like I'm suggesting our youth to have and prepare a visualizing mindset where in the beginning it will be difficult, but once you set your focus, you have to have that power of your mind where you actually can visualize what you are hoping for, what you are looking for, how that end result you want to be. It's gonna give you inner wisdom. So it will make your journey much more smoother and happier. It's very important that I don't believe in working so hard. So I think we all need to encourage people to work and think wisely and smartly and give ourselves some time as well. So for this sustainable education system for our future, for us and for our next generation. So education to promote in that way, it's a beautiful
I think that our great Majabin.
Yeah, so yeah.
A big clap, please, all.
Yes, really.
Thank you. So yeah, the whole purpose of talking about this is to encourage everyone and focus on from all the aspects of life. So thank you very much. I would like to end my speech here. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And congratulations, my dear, my beautiful friends. Congratulations, congratulations. You are really very amazing. Wow.
Yes, we really enjoy listening you tonight in this motivational speech. We need to practice our mindset. You say so many big advices. We will take and go through this, I'm sure, many of us, and it will be helpful for us like the educators. Thank you. Thank you, dear Faiza, for enlightening us today on the great Global Friends Club stage. And you are most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So now let us move to Peru. We are moving to Peru and we have a wonderful Professor Rubin Garcia from Peru. Welcome, Professor Garcia.
Thank you, Global Friends Club. It's very good to be here with all of you discussing about a great topic. Talking about the skills. Talking about the skills is also interesting, but how interesting is to listen to all experts about the 21st century skills. You already mentioned things about these 4 skills. Let me add something. If we talk about critical thinking, which is the practice of solving problems, which is very important, solving problems among other qualities. And what else can we say about critical thinking? Critical thinking empowers the students to discover the truth in assertions, especially when it comes to separating fact from opinion. With critical thinking, students don't just learn a set of facts or figures instead. They learn how to discover the facts and figures for themselves. They ask questions. They become engaged in the world around them. They help others think critically too. Whether they learn how to think critically from spending time online or simply asking why in everyday life, this skill prepares students for a life of independence and purposeful thought. This is very important, as important as creativity. What can we say about creativity? As the practice of thinking outside the box. This allows students to embrace their inner strength from big pictures, planning to meticulous organization. As a student learns about their creativity, they also learn how to express it in healthy and productive ways. More importantly, they also become motivated to share that creativity with others. Just like with critical thinking, that makes creativity contagious. When a student creates an interesting and innovative solution to a problem, then when they share it, the next student can become inspired to try something similar. Students don't have to embrace their creativity alone either. In fact, creativity works best when combined with the next skill. Which is the next skill? Collaboration. And we are talking about the practice of working together to achieve a common goal. Practicing collaboration and teamwork helps students understand how to address a problem, pitch solutions, and decide the best course of action. It's also helpful for them to learn that other people don't always have the same ideas they do. In fact, as students practice collaboration more and more, they'll learn that they have almost none of the same ideas than others do. This can affect students in one of two ways. First, it could discourage them since nobody seems to agree with them that often. Second, it could embolden them because they realize they're bringing something unique to every conversation. So we as teachers, what do we face, which is crucial, that we need to encourage our students to look at themselves through that second lens. In this way, students learn that they should speak up when they have an idea. And we talk about speaking up in this communication as the practice of conveying ideas quickly and clearly. In the age of text-based communications, like text messages, email, social media, it's never been more important for students to learn how to convey their thoughts in a way that others can understand them. That's because text-based communication lacks tone, which is critical to understanding the context of someone's words. What about reading an audience? This is important too, because even if just two other people in a group discussion, they are conformed in this talk, the students determine whether they should keep expanding an idea or wrap up their points. But as a conclusion, let me tell you that it's most accurate to say that students need the 4 skills for any and every reason. Critical thinking teaches students to question claim and seek truth. Creativity teaches students to think in a way that's unique to them. Collaboration teaches students that groups can create something bigger and better than you can on your own. Communication teaches students how to efficiently convey ideas. Combine the 4 skills empower students to become one-person think tanks. Then, when those students get together, they can achieve almost anything. As we are doing today, we are getting together in the Global Friends Club. Thank you very much. Receive my heart. Greetings from Lima, Peru.
Oh, wow, wow.
We really enjoy listening to.
Please show me, dear professor, please.
Yes,
This is
my
very
pleasure.
beautiful. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And of course, congratulations. Thank you so much for your amazing speech. It's really very inspiring. Thank you.
Thanks to you. My
and
pleasure.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Yes, our great professor, Rubin, talking about the critical thinking, about more important things that we need to bring to our students, but we need to have on our mind. If we are not creative, if we are not critical thinkers, how can we give it to our students? So we need to invest in ourselves 24 hours. And yes, today we are doing it here. We are learning, relearning, sharing our knowledge. So great Global Friends Club, great webinar, our great founder, SMS Acacium. Today, a marvelous event. Let us move from Peru. From Peru, we are going to Afghanistan. We have a great educator, Mr. Ghulam Saki Akwili. He has his Kayam Private High School. And yes, he is one of the biggest awardees from Afghanistan. And we are really honored to have a great professor with us for the first time tonight at the Global Friends Club. Welcome to Global Friends Club and welcome to our stage and enlighten us, because we know that you can share an amazing speech and great advices to us educators and all our great audience. Thank you, great audience, for being with us whole time. Thank you. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. First of all, I want to appreciate the GFC founder, and I really thankful from Dr. Inga and also Professor Nada that have this opportunity for me. I'm really great and honored to be with you in this platform. I really appreciate everyone that present their knowledge, their experience about this topic. And I want to, all the presenters had their presentation and talked about the topics. So I want to present my presentation as well. The 21st century has brought about significant change and challenge in the field of education. Here are some key challenges that educators and educational systems are facing. As we know nowadays, we cannot deny the role of the importance of role of technology. First, technological integration. The rapid advancement of technology has revolutionized the way we live and work. However, integrating technology effectively into education remains a challenge. Educators need to adapt their teaching methods to incorporate digital tools, online platforms, and multimedia resources to enhance learning experience. 2, digital literacy. With the proliferation of information, online students need to develop critical thinking skills and digital literacy to navigate and evaluate the vast amount of information available. Educators must teach students how to analyze and verify sources, distinguish between credible and unreliable information, and use digital tools responsibly. 3, personalized learning. Students have diverse learning styles, abilities, and interests. Implementing personalized learning approach that cater to individuals' student needs can be a challenge for educators. Providing differentiated instruction, leveraging adaptive learning technologies, and fostering students' autonomy are essential for effective personalized learning. 4, global competency. In an increasingly interconnected world, students need to develop global competency to thrive in diverse cultural and linguistic contexts. Educators must incorporate global perspective into the curriculum, promote intercultural understanding, and facilitate opportunities for collaboration and communication across borders. 5, future skills preparation. The nature of work is rapidly evolving, and students require a different set of skills to succeed in the future job market. Educators need to go beyond traditional academic subjects and focus on developing critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, collaboration, communication, and digital literacy skills to prepare students for the demand of the 21st century workplace. 6, equity and inclusion. Achieving equity and inclusion in education is an ongoing challenge. Disparities in access to quality education resources and opportunities exist within and between countries. Educators must address these disparities by implementing inclusive practices, providing support for marginalized students, and fostering a culturally responsive and inclusive learning environments. 7, and last, lifelong learning. The pace of change in the 21st century requires individuals to become lifelong learners. Educators need to cultivate a love for learning, teach students how to learn independently, and equip them with the skills and mindset necessary for continuous personal and professional growth. So, addressing this challenge requires collaboration among educators, policymakers, parents, and communities to ensure that education remains relevant, inclusive, and prepares students for the opportunities and complexities of the 21st century. This was all the topics that I prepared for this useful event. So thanks for your nice attention. It is really late here in Afghanistan. So tomorrow I have to drive a long distance trip drive. So this was really a great opportunity for me. And thanks for your opportunity and your invitation.
Great. Great professor, amazing Professor Gulam. We really like it. It was wonderful. As we like to say, outstanding. So even we have so many speakers, it was very powerful giving us this message. Thank you. Thank you. And we wish you tomorrow a great trip. Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are really amazing teacher. You always, yes, take care for your students. I appreciate your work. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
we always enjoy listening you because you are working very hard for students. We know what is the situation, the political situation in your country. So giving so many efforts to bring education to your students. You are really amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we are moving to one country nearby me, and we have an amazing professor, doctor of English language. She is well known, Professor Dr. Shpresa Galia. You are welcome. Dr. Shpresa, welcome.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And first of all, I'd like to thank you, Professor Nada, and really honored to have known you and for everything you do to the educational system. But not only, you are amazing, especially considering your humanistic behavior. I mean, I love every time you smile and you are very and kind. And a special thank you to Inga, Dr. Inga, who really is amazing. So you are really a great team working for the enhancement and empowering professors, professionals in the educational system everywhere in the world. Thank you so much. And the topic that we are talking tonight is tonight and today and in the morning, because I mean,
we change all times already.
Yeah. So it's really very challenging, especially for the teachers, professors, researchers, and everyone who is involved in the educational system, including policymakers and everyone, parents as well, students as well. So today I'm going to talk about teacher as a researcher, which is one of the requirements of the European Community documents, where they request to prepare teachers not only teaching the subjects and giving contents. And also I'm in line with Professor Maria from Peru, that she talked about what and how, so being in line with one another. So we complement one another in a way. Teacher research is a form of action research, and research designed by practitioners to speak and to seek practical solutions to different kinds of problems and issues in their professional and community where they teach, either in public or in private educational system. So the ultimate goal is to change, to improve, to enhance our problematic solutions and situations in our educational system. So teacher research and action are often used interchangeably, but I mean, they seem to be the same, but still they are different. So we should prepare, because I'm a professor at the university and I prepare student teachers how to be teachers of English in Albania. So I also think that we should prepare teachers to be in action, but also to be researchers, in order to make our learners be thoughtful, to make our learners be very critical thinkers. To have their thoughts, but not only to see for their great results, to take in their exams, different kinds of exams, but to prepare students to be in the field of life. So how they are going to use their ideas, their thoughts, their knowledge into the field of life. So teacher research takes many forms and serves a range of purposes, but it is conducted by teachers individually or collaboratively, like we are doing now. So we are sharing experiences with one another, and that is great. So taking experiences from one another, we are going to share our experiences and our thoughts, our ideas, our views on teaching and changing the educational system in the world in our community where we work. Like Zechner and Mailer and Henderson, they say in their research work. So it stems from different kinds of questions about the reflection on their work. So we should teach our learners or our students in order for them to be reflective on what they do. That's why they should become very good critical thinkers, and also they should be reasonable in what they say, in what they do, and in what they research. So teacher researchers attempt to create new knowledge, or what may be called local knowledge, about teaching and learning that will contribute to improving classroom practice. Because the word research is often associated with the use of rigorous scientific methods to study teaching, but also it is connected to the learning process. So which means that through putting our students into research work, project-based learning, for example, using different kinds of programs or apps, in making them being very useful in the work they do, being very collaborative, coordinating their ideas and coordinating their work with one another, not within the class only, but beyond the class. So thinking outside the box as well. So there are three components of the research process of the teachers: to prepare students to focus on conceptualization, so to concept the ideas, the knowledge, but in what way, how to concept that, in order to make it relevant to the research questions that they identify. The second is implementation, in which data are collected and analyzed in a research work. And the third one is how to interpret that, which is very important, in which findings are examined for meaning and appropriate actions which are taken as a final result. So the cycle of teacher inquiry incorporates the identification of the problem of meaning, the development of different kinds of questions, and examination of the assumptions, to gather data, to analyze data, to interpret data, and then to take action, which means to deal and to be active in their project work. The real value of engaging the teacher research at any level is that it may lead to rethinking and reconstructing what it means to be a teacher or teacher educator, or consequently change the way teachers relate to children or to students. Because we know that educational systems start from early education, so it's not only related to the students. Teacher research is largely about developing the professional dispositions of lifelong learning, reflective and meaningful teaching, and self-transformation, like Mills, for example, and Springer, they just mentioned in their research. And they say that the real value of engaging in teacher research at any level is that they may lead to rethinking and reconstructing what it means to be a teacher educator, and consequently, the way teachers relate to children and to their students. So teacher research has the potential to demonstrate to teachers and prospective teachers that learning to teach is inherently connected to learning to inquire. So this quote comes from Burko, Liston, and Whitcomb in their research. So as a conclusion, it should be noted that although there is a tendency to think of the products of research as a presentation or publication directed to academic audiences, teacher research must be first and foremost accessible and relevant to those who conduct it and those in situations where it is immediately accepted. So we educators, we teachers, professors, we should make our learners, make the learning environment, convert it into a kind of a workplace in order to convert our teaching from a traditional teaching way into a contemporary research work. So most important, teacher inquiry allows teachers to simultaneously study their teaching, their students, and themselves. The images they hold of children as learners and themselves as teachers, as coaches, and as a result, it allows the possibility of transformational and renewal of the educational system. Thank you for listening. And yes, I highly appreciate, what you do. You are amazing and you are doing an immense work. Yeah.
Dr. Spresa, Professor Dr. Spresa, you are amazing. We today really enjoy listening about a teacher, a professor, a doctor, researcher, talking about the conceptualization which need to be relevant, implementation, and yes, interpretation, because if we make call, if we collect the data, if we write the research, and if we don't know to interpret the results, I always say to my students, the number don't mean nothing for me. You need to explain it. You need to interpret it. So that has only a sense. It was really great. It was really great. I enjoy listening you tonight at this great Global Friends Club stage. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you
so
really find great speakers. Yes, all the previous speakers were great.
Yes,
really,
all today.
I took a lot of notes.
Each one was great, amazing. Starting from beginning, from our great Dr. Uche, all till now to you. Listen, we are still not the end. We have more, but I left them after you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Inga. We don't see the certificate. Please share again.
Oh yes, well, literally, I think
that your presentation is tired.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
listen,
dear.
how much time you open?
Thank you, Dr.
You are amazing, dear Nada. Thank you and congratulations once again. Also, dear Professor, first time with us, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate that.
Thank
we are
you.
really
Thank
happy.
you so much.
And Dr. Inga, we didn't see the certificate.
Yes, I cannot share. I don't know what's happened, but
okay.
We send you
Dr. Spresa, you will get it. So sorry.
I refresh now my presentation and share again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. we will try again when Inga refresh her presentation, but let us move to Georgia. Let us move to Georgia because we still have great, amazing educators. First, I want to call. Let me see, who will I call? I like both educators. They are both great, but I need to call the first by the order, and that is our great educator, Maka Sikarulidze. Welcome there,
Hello.
Maka. Enlighten us.
Hello, everyone. I am very happy.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I share my presentation.
That Maka is a great English teacher. She's also a translator. So welcome.
Thank you very much that I am with you.
Can you share it or not?
If you can, if you
can,
yes, send me in the mail, dear Maka.
Okay.
Send Inga. I will call our next cell. Will come back to you. Can I?
But I don't send, but I.
Yes.
Okay. It's coming,
Great.
Maka. It's
Sorry.
Yes.
I have another device, and that's why.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to everyone. I am very honored to be a part of this amazing webinar, and thank you for it. I am an English teacher from Georgia, and I always try to focus on developing 21st century skills along with the need for learning. If we were to Google the term or search for 20th century teacher or 19th century teacher in books on Amazon, we would not find a definition on such a term. If we search for 21st, we will find different results: 21st century skills, 21st century school, 21st century education, and 21st century teacher. And I am a teacher of the 21st century, and the most important thing for me is to be a teacher who is desirable and motivating for my students. I think the main challenge of the 21st century is project-based teaching, which is result-oriented for all teachers. And the reality of the 21st century with the use of modern technologies creates increasing opportunities for establishing cooperative ties between teachers or students and obtaining information needed by both parties. In accordance with these large-scale changes, 21st century educators are more student-centered, choose a holistic approach, and offer students learning strategies and techniques along with the subject material. And in order for the teacher to offer the students a choice, the teacher must know technologies and must be informed about their development constantly. Today, we teachers are a model in the process of using social media. We upload photos, share information, our own thoughts, and applying all of these correctly in the classroom helps students use technology appropriately. And 21st century skills are tools that can be university applied to enhance ways of thinking, learning, working, and living in the world. The skills include critical thinking, reasoning, creativity thinking, problem solving, metacognition, collaboration, communication, and global citizenship. 21st century skills also include literacies such as reading literacy, writing literacy, numeracy, information literacy, and IST, information and communications technologies, digital literacy, communication, and can be described broadly as learning domains. And what is knowledge and what is learning today? We seem to have rejected the Soviet surviving methods, but they have survived in many places. What should the school give to the student? We understand that the teacher is an important part of the society, the cornerstone of the future state, and what should we future citizens be able to do? Probably everyone will agree that the next generation should be able to lead the change effectively. Therefore, one of the important functions of school education is to prepare a young person for life, to create an idea of the demands that they may meet in the field where he decided to establish himself. And modern society is unthinkable without education. Today, when information technologies and many digital tools are developing more and more, Bacon's words, knowledge is power, are becoming more relevant. Without learning and knowledge, it's impossible to understand and navigate to the way in the computer era. However, a lot of effort is spent by an individual in acquiring knowledge. For today's society, knowledge is truly the greatest wealth. And let's simplify it. Let's teach easily, understandably, so what that we don't miss the main thing. Let's revive the lesson. Life should be felt in every lesson, and as in a living being, we should be self-confident and be a participant in any challenge together with our students. I think any change, if you use it for your own good, will always produce a beneficial result focused on the desired positive result. Let's be positive about any change. Thank you very much for your great attention. I respect to all eminent speakers, all organizers, dear Inga Khachilova, dear all, I am very happy to be with you today, our outstanding eminent speakers from the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For your great attention.
Thank you, dear Maka. Thank you for your great presentation. It was really wonderful. So, like you say, let's simplify it. Let's teach easily, understandably, so that we don't miss the main thing. This is a really great quote. Keep doing a great work. Thank you. Thank you for being with us and sharing
Thank
your
you so
knowledge.
much. You are amazing. You're brilliant. Hi, happy for you. Thank you so much. And I now try to share my. Please stop sharing, my dear.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And now, oh yes, I can share now. Congratulations, dear. Now my presentation is working.
Professor Dr. Spresa, do you see?
Congratulations.
Dr. Inga, we will add to the certificate Professor Doctor.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Maybe,
and of course for Maka, thank you so much, dear, and congratulations. Thank you. You are amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, dear Maka. So let us still be in Georgia. Let us still be in Georgia because another amazing educator, another amazing professor of English, translator. She's well known, Mzia Beradze. Welcome there, Mzia. Enlighten us. She is my amazing translator. She always translates for me Georgian in English. There, Mzia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you once again. I'm very happy to see you here, dear Nada, dear Inga, and everyone in our conference. I'm very, very grateful to share my opinions, my thoughts about the 21st century education. I'm going to share my screen, and please let me know if you see my presentation.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Not yet. Let us see.
Is it visible now?
Great.
Super.
Wonderful.
So, yeah. So as I said, I'm going to talk about the 21st century skills development challenges in education. As we know, the most important thing for us is to coach all the things that are connected with the education. First of all, we need to motivate our students in order to give them the appropriate quality education. So in this session, in this case, I'm going to talk about the gamification. As we know, this increases the motivation. It has the new opinions, new aim in order to get or receive the appropriate and relevant information and relevant knowledge for today's adults. Yeah. As we know, gamification is just the most important thing and very valuable thing today. So maybe if we want to have the great lessons, to make our lessons fun, in this case, we have to consider what games or what kind of resources are going to provide to our students. For example, do your students thrive on the competition, or what about the collaboration as well? So as we know, the gamification helps us to have the collaborative atmosphere at the lesson. Yeah. So we can create for this case, we can create the classroom avatars. Also, we can have some kind of award badges for them in order to encourage them and involve in the classroom activities. Now, also we can have some kind of games connected with the special subjects, school subjects, and then we will reach our goals. We find the appropriate spots, appropriate points in order to use the games correctly and appropriately. So gamifications have advantages and disadvantages as well. It is not absolutely perfect, and it has also some kind of risks, and we have to take into account them in order to have a really valuable atmosphere and appropriate atmosphere for the 21st century skills and students for this period. So here is the exactly the definition of the gamification. What is the very easy one for us? And here are the few benefits, first of all, and then I will talk about the risks or disadvantages maybe about the gamification. So the first thing, what is the positive side, is that gamification aids in cognitive development in adolescents. Yeah, it helps the brain to be always working process and help the adults to become more and more smart. You know, also brain games have the increasingly popular thing, yeah, and also these are based on various questions and problems that are used involved in these games. Also, brain games can improve the rate in which the brain processes and maintains the information. So next and most important, one of the most important positive side advantage is that gamification increases level of engagement in the classroom. As I've already mentioned, students are in group working, they help to each other, have the close communication with each other, share their knowledge, and that's why the gamification helps them to be in the high level of the communication and collaboration as well. Also, gamification aids in the accessibility in the classroom because the gamification can be used as a teaching tool for teachers, and also it helps to educate adolescents to all their needs. Yeah, needs. Also, scientists' studies shows us that effectiveness of using gamification in the form of the video games to teach students diagnosis with the autism. Also, the results of this study showed that this training package was effective in teaching age-appropriate content through gamification. So, the gamification and some educational games have many positive sides and also disadvantages, as I already said. And now I'm going to talk about some kind of risks when we are using the games at the lesson. Maybe everyone knows one of the most, very popular game, which is the Kahoot. It helps the students to sum up their knowledge, to be very, very smart and get involved in at the lesson and teaching and the learning process. And that's why it is my favorite one, maybe I would like to say. So let's talk about the risks or negative sides about the gamification. So first is the over stimulation or addiction. On the game. It's one of the biggest challenge of the gamification. In order to increase this risk or maybe the rank of the addiction of the games, we need, as teachers, we need to find the appropriate spot or point in order to use or not to use the games at the lesson. So gamification is very, very active and use them in every lesson. And here we have the risk of lose the motivation of the learning and just oriented on the gaming. Also, we have the one of the most vulnerable thing about the games. This is the neglecting of the assessment. Sometimes students don't worry and don't think about the final results and just don't think about the final assessment. And that's why we have to use, especially we have to use summative assessment and formative assessment all together, time to time, step by step, in order to have the appropriate and correct attitude towards the teaching and learning process. So this was my topic of conversation. So I was talking about the gaming, and it was considered as one of the most important and valuable challenge for teachers today's situation. And if you have any questions, I would be very happy to answer, and thank you once again. And I'm very happy to see your opinions.
Who will have answers? Who will have answers? Because our great Zia explained us all about the gamification. I think no questions, all very clear. On a very simple way, you explain us all. Thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, great Zia. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your attention and your time. Thank you very much.
And please put your head a little up.
Okay, I try. Yes. Congratulations, my dear. You are
Thank
really
you very
amazing.
much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
We are proud of you.
You see here, right? Your outstanding act today, our great, amazing guests, our great estimate speakers, all were outstanding. So you see today, tonight, when you get your certificate, how result you give to us, what you bring to us today on this webinar. You are all wonderful. There are no words to express our gratitude. I want to congratulate and I want to thank first to our great founder, SM Akas, for this wonderful webinar, for this wonderful work, what he is doing, sharing education to all educators, to all students around the globe. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear SM Akas. A big respect to you.
Dear moderator, can you allow me 1 minute? Yes, officially I am the founder of Global Friends Club, but the main pillar of the GFC is Inga Kharsilava and also you and our team, Mariam Mama Lashvili, Nino, yes. Inga Chavid, and everyone who's in the team. All credit goes to them. I'm just a friend of you, and I appreciate all of your very good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. Akasali. My respect to you. Thank you so much for creating this really amazing platform, Global Friends Club. And dear Nada, you are amazing. Well done. As always, your job is really amazing. And congratulations, my dear sister. Congratulations for amazing job. You really, really amazing. You are brilliant. Mr. Akasali, also, we congratulate you. Thank you so much once again for your amazing job. Yes. Also, we congratulate Dr. Raja Rao Pagdipali for support us. He always with us and support us. Also, Kahaber Chankvetadze. Of course, Inga Chapidze. This is Global Friends Club team. Mariam Mamagulashvili. Well done, Mariam. We're proud of you. Dear Nino, amazing job, amazing job. Congratulations to him. Congratulations. I'm very happy today. I'm very happy. Thanks a lot to all of you. Thank you.
So
thank
we
you very
come
much.
to the end. We come to the end. I also want to thanks to our great team, to our great Dr. Inga Kharsilava, to Mariam Mamakshvili, to our great Kakaber, to Inga Chapidze for doing a great work. Also here we have our amazing Nino Tatsidze for her, and all who are still with us tonight, very late. I know that in all countries in Georgia, it is almost midnight. In my country and in Dr. Yelena, we are here coming at 10 p.m. So our great Madame Ginesh, she still have a much of day, so you can enjoy in the day still today, because in USA it is now evening still. So what to say? Once again, big congratulations to all. All were great. So many new knowledge. I hope you will all share this because we are in live on the Facebook. Share this link with your friends, with your colleagues, with educators. Join them. Let us come to us. Today we have so many new great members, great new speakers with us. We are really grateful. Our gratitude to all today on this amazing webinar. And we discussed on this very important topic. Please, can we share once again the participant form to the participants? Here we have questions.
Yes, I think Mr. Akas Ali said that. And I need also thank you, Ms. Inga Chapidze and also Tsira Bwadishvili, and creator great video. All Global Friends Club team. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all speakers. Amazing guests. Thank you. This is really amazing day for Global Friends Club, and we make it. Thank you so much, dear Nada. Thank you.
Thank you. So
I would like to, sorry for interrupting.
Please.
I would like, thank you. I would like to add some words in order to say a big thank you to everyone. I'm very, very happy And thank you so very much to my dear Inga Harchilava, because she gives us the ability, Georgian teachers mostly, to have the responsibility and possibility to find new friends, new professionals, in order to have the collaborative communication with them. And that's why thank you to our Georgian team, first of all. Thank you to dear Nada, Mr. Akas, of course, and everyone who our listeners today. I'm very happy and grateful to be with you. And I hope that we will meet together not only once, also every time when we have the chance to do this. Thank you, and happy days and successful days to you, everyone.
Wow, you're
Thank you, dear Mzia. Thank you. Thank you so much for your warm words always. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye. Love you. Congratulations.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye all.
Bye-bye. Oh, you are
Yelena, goodbye. Do widzenia. Madame Jene, goodbye.
Virginia, dusza, lubi moju Nadu. Ingu. Kiss you, Inga. Kiss you. Kiss you, not. Kiss you. Goodbye. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.